People, welcome to the Pseudo Serious Podcast with Biggs and Vadact.
Hello.
Oh my god, I'm so happy. Vadact,
How excited are you?
It's been a long time.
It has been a long
You
time.
don't return my calls.
Wow, you never called me.
I did.
Every
week I probably send you a text like, "Hey Vadact, you want to join the podcast?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." And then you're not online on Sunday.
Where did you? Hold on a minute. You're trying to put the blame on me right now. Let's have a quick look.
It's just like, "Hey, you want to join the podcast? Hey, you want to join the podcast?"
No, last time you tweeted me.
Tweeted on Skype. Bro.
Oh. Sure. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know what's going on.
This is true. My Minecraft's running like terrible right now. It's kind of weird.
All the OBS lag.
Yeah, the OBS lag is real. Oh, maybe because I have render distance at 16 chunks.
16?
That's way
what
too
are
many.
you running your Minecraft on a potato?
Leave me alone.
Please.
Yes, I am Vadact. I've been running on a laptop for 3 years now. Maybe even more. I bought this laptop in like junior year of high school. Maybe?
Or are you being serious?
Yeah.
On a laptop?
Yep.
I thought you had like a proper gaming computer.
Vadact, we've been over this.
He wanted one.
I wanted
Oh
one.
yeah, you wanted.
He was talking about one for like a year.
Yeah, it's been a while, Fancy. It's been a while.
Yeah, the last time, I was like, man, I wish my laptop was a little bit faster. You're just like, yeah, well, on my $2,000 gaming desktop, I feel pretty obsolete. I'm gonna have to upgrade soon.
It was after Crazy Craft that broke him.
Oh, God. We were trying to run Attack of the B Team,
Attack of the B team. Yeah.
and it wouldn't run, and I felt inferior in every way. It was the worst experience because it kept freezing, and all I wanted to do was record my best buds. And because of that, we had to do Crazy Craft, and then we ran out of ideas. And then that series, I don't even know. I don't want to talk about Crazy Craft.
Like Crazy Craft came out of nowhere and disappeared so fast as well. I've
'Cause
noticed.
everyone did it. It reminds me of like Minecraft story mode. You know how everyone did it, and it's just like it dies so quick because it just gets oversaturated.
Yeah, like I didn't do it. I think I was getting messages like, you should play Minecraft story mode, and I didn't buy it because I knew. And that day, it was ridiculous. Everyone, it was stupid. It's a story game. Why am I gonna watch 20 different people I'm subscribed to playing this game?
That's true, yeah.
I don't even know. I remember I think I saw Good play it, and he was so bored playing that. He's like, oh, we're playing Minecraft story mode.
I think the reason why everyone played it because they thought it was gonna take off just like Minecraft did for some reason, or had like really high hopes for views,
a
but
new
then
thing.
realized it's a limited game.
Yeah, it's a Telltale game, and there's some choices, but what are you gonna do? Like,
Yeah.
I think there might be some deviation between different. Let me turn this mic up sound down. Different Let's Plays because I think you can make different choices, but it's not like Minecraft. It was a lot of hype, I guess. But
Yeah. Well, it was basically the second ever Minecraft game to come out, so that's probably why people are like, yeah, we were definitely like doing this because it's gonna pay off really well.
yeah, I heard there was also like some.
I think it was mainly just I think everyone thought like this is just gonna blow up in the searches. Everyone's gonna be searching for Minecraft.
Yeah.
Mode, and I want to be there, but the fact is everyone had the same idea, so
Exactly.
kind of just cancelled itself out, didn't it?
Yep. I think it's just basic supply and demand. You overthink, you overshoot the demand, overestimate too much supply. No one cares.
See, I feel like with Minecraft story mode, the interest was mainly in younger people. I don't think a lot of adults were really interested in that game, were they?
No, and I think with Telltale games too is like the first episode releases and then you gotta wait for the second episode and the third episode.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's been released for a fairly long time, the entire thing, and no one knew about it, and you don't see it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So people forget, like the very short time between episode 1 and 2 or 3 and 4 that you have to wait, interest just drops off. Because people stop caring. People stop uploading. Because people aren't uploading because there's nothing to upload. People forget about it. And then they don't buy the third one and they don't buy the fourth one, whatever. It's kind of a mistake, that sense of deviating your audience and not providing the entire content. Like, you know about Hitman?
What happened with Hitman?
The new game it's going to release with like 2 levels, and then you have to wait for the next levels to be released.
Wait, seriously?
Why would they do that for that type of game? That sounds stupid.
It is stupid.
Yeah.
Because the game isn't complete, and they're calling it episodic. In
Oh.
actuality, it's just an incomplete game that they're releasing for $60. So you're buying the first 2 levels, and you're buying hope that they actually finish it, and that it's actually any good. You don't know if the game's even going to be good,
So
or
is,
if you're going
is that
to care.
what episodic has turned into now? Just releasing the game in stages?
Yeah,
That's
just like,
basically the big company's way of saying, yeah, this is early access, but we're not going to call it that.
I bet like Ubisoft's just like, yeah, Assassin's Creed Unity episodic. You get textures first, and then you'll get tessellation, maybe some
And
physics
then you
engine.
get the bug fixes.
Yeah, then you get bug
Yeah.
that's in episode 3, bug fixes. I heard some games where like they charge you for the expansion pack has the bug fixes in it. Like I think certain MOBAs or certain other things, but like the expansion pack has the bug fixes, so you literally have to pay money to fix your game that was broken when you bought it. Shame on me. I think
I thought that was like an old school thing with like DLC. They would add like bug fixes and stuff like that because obviously they didn't push. They didn't have the system in place where they would like
yeah.
auto update the game.
So you buy
I
the
don't know.
physical disc because there's no way you can just update it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are these other? I think like Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be episodic as well. 3 like split into 3. The first PS1 game was a full release. It was not episodic. Now it is episodic. The remake. What are you doing? I think that's
See,
even.
I've never played Final Fantasy, so I don't know if I can like say anything about that.
I mean, it's a fairly long game, but like, this game was the thing about it, which is weird, is that the story was already told in one game, and now it's being retold in 3 different parts. Maybe
Wait,
more.
is it being retold from a different perspective or?
No, it's a remake. So if you've ever seen what Final Fantasy VII looks like, maybe you have. It's just like super blocky textures, pre-rendered backgrounds, kind of like Resident Evil 2.
Okay, yeah.
Now
I
they're
see what you mean.
remaking like the combat system, all that, but it's going to be episodic because they say it's too big of a game. Game's too big.
That is such bullshit, basically. Because it's like you've made the game already. How is it too big that you're like redoing the textures and the combat? Surely, like
No, it's not like a remaster. It's a complete remake.
yeah. Like the remake in the sense of like kind of like Halo did their remakes. No.
No,
Hold
it's
on,
even
that's a
worse.
bad
It's even-
example.
Like imagine it's like it's hard to describe. Let me think of something like an example. Imagine if you ever played Resident Evil 2?
No, haven't played like the classics basically.
What's a super? Oh, you haven't played a lot of older games,
Yeah.
so it's
Well,
hard.
not necessarily I haven't played the older games, but I haven't really been playing older console games.
You know about Fallout, like the original Fallouts?
Yeah.
So imagine, yeah, that's a good way to describe it. It's like old, isometric, kind of like clunky gameplay style, and then remaking it into Fallout 3, which is like an open world game. It plays differently. That's kind of
Yeah.
how they're remaking Final Fantasy VII. They're turning an old
Okay.
system.
Didn't
old
they have a
viewpoints.
demo of the game released not too long ago?
That
Kind of
was
showcase what they're doing.
so. That was Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, gee, why is there so many of them?
It's a
There's a lot.
very old series. I played the demo. That actually does play similar to how Final Fantasy VII is going to play. But
Okay.
yeah, they did release a demo which did not cost money. It was a free demo if you bought a certain game, but that's besides the point. I don't know. They're remaking the combat system as well, so it's like really it's starting to become its own thing. And I think they claim that they're adding more content because there's kind of an expanded universe with Final Fantasy VII. Like there's a few other games that are in the same universe as that game. So
Yeah.
they're saying like, oh, what if they? Because I think there's like 3 games and a movie. So this would be really awful if they remake it and just remake it with the first game, split the first game up. But there's there was a game for like the PlayStation 2 and the PSP. If they make like those part 2 and part 3, then it might actually not be terrible because they're remaking like the entire universe and turning 3 games into and remaking 3 games into one huge episodic 3-part game.
I feel like developers are like looking for any excuse nowadays to just like split up the game and just to release it early.
Well, games are expensive, and they're just like, okay, well, we can make our money now and release. See, here's the thing though. If you sell like the first part, you have really no obligation to sell the second part or the third part. If you, let's say you sell the first game and no one likes it, you still got the profits.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to make the second, third part, whatever. There's no obligation to do that. So, very, there's a lot of enthusiasm amongst the developers for that one. And it's kind of like plays into early access as well.
I never played any of them games. Not even watched the movies.
The Final Fantasy movies, or just
yeah,
yeah,
Final Fantasy.
But I didn't even know there was Final Fantasy movies.
There's a terrible one, and then there's a not so terrible one. They're very niche. Like you'd find them in a bargain bin. Like, oh look, they're like animated movies. They just kind of like pertain to the story.
Okay.
They're not like they're not. I don't know. Video game movies. Don't watch them. Yeah, I mean, if I don't even know the condition of those movies. It doesn't really matter. It's just an expanded universe. But yeah, developers, they've been kind of like taking an inch. We given them an inch, they take a mile for like years. They've been selling like incomplete games, day one updates. Then there's a DLC. It's almost like an extension of DLC, where they make a game with DLC in mind. They're like, okay, make half the game, put the rest on DLC. Doesn't matter. So it's just an extension of that, I guess. This episodic push.
Hold on, I gotta switch games because I can't concentrate.
What are you playing? You playing
I
The
had
Witcher?
Witcher on, but I'm switching to Hearthstone.
Oh, great. I'm like walking around the Cashcraft server. It's kind of silly. Biggs, are you reading the chat?
Yes, I am reading the chat.
But you're not. You're just reading it though.
Yeah, so far people are telling us that they're watching the stream at McDonald's.
Really?
Oh.
How many viewers?
Yes.
How many viewers right now?
We have 18.
Sweet. We can talk about in that.
Yeah, hold on. Before we go, I gotta quickly say that I'm not. I am reading the chat, but I'm not saying like much stuff. If you bring up like an interesting point in chat, I'll bring it up in the podcast. This is more of a like we just talk and ignore you guys for the most part.
Such is the podcast.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real, the Pseudo Series podcast. My
Yeah.
goodness.
Okay,
we're
we
terrible.
can get back on topic. Hi.
I think we have we had a topic listed for worst game developers in your opinion.
Yeah. So, the thing is, when you think about the worst developer, everyone just thinks EA.
Yeah.
Like, straight away, because they're just like, yeah, we want all this money, we want everything.
money
So
grabbers,
yeah,
definitely.
they're basically money grabbers. But in all fairness, EA releases quite solid games.
Battlefield 4 comes to mind right now.
Yeah, Battlefield 4, even like The Sims, it's a popular game. FIFA, very popular.
I have some opinions on sports games, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, they have a lot of good titles, like Mirror's Edge as well.
Oh, Mirror's Edge is excellent.
Yeah, exactly. So that's another EA title. What else? Like, arguably Battlefront is a step down from the previous games, but
EA didn't make the previous games anyway.
Yeah.
I think
on its own, I thought it was all right. Like, I didn't mind it at all.
so it's interesting because their games are really good because they treat their employees like slaves. So the game you end up with really good games and really sad developers. So EA is like a publisher, and you have the individual developers.
Yeah.
Are we doing worse publishers then?
I-
How bad can developers be? They just make the game. I mean, you got Ubisoft. That's a publisher.
But hold on, Ubisoft as a developer, isn't it? That's not a publisher.
Oh, so they're a developer.
But Ubisoft has so many studios. I don't know.
I don't know. Worst publishers. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I wrote. So then we have Ubisoft, which we all know and love.
Well, the thing with Ubisoft, I think they even admitted it on one of their press conferences, I think last year. after Unity was such a failure that Ubisoft tries a lot of new, different, and like exciting things, but
Do
most
they?
often than not. Well, think about it. Like Watch Dogs, it was like an original concept that have been like kind of done before, where you have like an open world game, but you're able to like hack the environment to your advantage.
Yeah.
They're trying a lot of like new things because they always promise so much.
Yeah.
Like
But
I've
that game
noticed
didn't
that.
deliver at all.
I
Did
think
it? It
the
was
X.
not. It was
Yeah.
not what it was. Well, like what it seemed at E3. That seemed amazing.
Exactly. Every single one of their games seems to be downgraded. I feel like they're always going too ambitious, and then they realize, yeah, the hardware hasn't caught up with this yet, so we gotta like downgrade it and make it like a worse game.
Graphics is one thing, but I think the problem with Watch Dogs was the lack of substance. Like the hacking was such a good idea, but it ended up just being Grand Theft Auto with some pretty tricks, like press square to turn.
Yeah, exactly. That I expected so much from Watch Dogs because
I
they
think
always
everyone
built
did,
up a
didn't
lot
they?
of hype.
Everyone did with Watch Dogs. It stole the show at E3. When they showed
like
that
everyone was
trailer.
just talking about same about the Division. Like ever since they showcased the Division, everyone has been talking about it. And I'm pretty sure the next game people are going to be talking about is
Far
what
Cry
was
Primal?
it? No. It was Tom Clancy's
Oh, I know. I know this one. I'm
the like
actually,
cartel one. The
that
open
one
world
looks so.
cartel.
You know, what? I'm gonna be right back. You talk about that real quick. You close my door.
Wait. Where's he gone?
He went to go
Okay,
shut the door.
let's find out the name of that game.
It was what was it called?
I know it because I'm a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid 5, and it looks like a really good version of that. Ubisoft. Oh, is it Ubisoft game? Tom Clancy. It's a Tom Clancy game, right?
It is a Tom Clancy game, I'm pretty sure. It wasn't Patriots. No, that's the one that got cancelled. Or was it a Ghost Recon?
No.
Which one are you talking about again?
We're talking about they showcased the trailer.
Wildlands. Ghost Recon Wildlands.
That's the one. Yeah.
It looks so cool, and but then I know deep down that it might just be stupid.
See, I feel like it's another one of those like really big hype trains.
The game looks so cool. We can put the reveal trailer in the chat, because it looks so cool. I love the idea, because it like stealth, kind of open mission design.
Yeah.
Like, because Metal Gear Solid 5, you're given like this playground, and you have a mission, but you can attack it at like any way you want. Run in, use stealth, sniper, any kind of tactic you can think of, and that's how this game plays out. And that's why I want it so bad, but I don't want it to suck.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be. I don't know. I think we should wait for the full Division game to come out so we can get a better understanding of like the whole Ubisoft hype thing, because they hype up games. Because that's the thing with the Division. Same thing. They were like, "Oh yeah, it's this like huge
MMO.
open world game, but it's also multiplayer." But then like the closer we get to the release date, they're like, "Oh yeah, the multiplayer is only like in this region." We played the beta. It was like boring and limited.
It's just kind of like believe it when you play it kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know what to think about Ubisoft, in all fairness. Like, I want their games to be good because they have amazing concepts and they promise a lot. But they like hardly ever deliver, I feel like, which is quite a shame.
You know, I've kind of fallen out with open world games because a lot of the times they are, 1,000 miles wide and 2 inches deep with the way their execution is. And that you can see that a lot with like Assassin's Creed titles. And like, I commend the designers. Like if you look at Syndicate or Unity, the people that make the environments are amazing.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Wondrously crafted. And yet there's no substance in the gameplay or the story. And that's what frustrates me. Because I want it to look good. I want this to be good. I want this to have that substance. But it rarely ever does. And that might be almost contributed just to like that open world aspect of it.
Yeah.
Have you played a Dark Souls game in recent memory?
I have. Yeah.
And if you know, if you play that, you know what I mean, where it's not open world, but it's open-ended design, and it's incredibly deep.
Yeah.
Because of it. How it's kind of linear, but you can explore, and if you can find a path that leads back and becomes a shortcut for you later on. Like, let's say there's two paths. One is a gate. This is in Bloodborne. I take the right path. I spend like 40 minutes doing this. I go to a boss. I die, but if I'm trying to get back there, I take like a wrong turn. I see a gate. I open that gate. Turns out I'm back where I started. So now I have this like 2-minute shortcut to the boss because I explored that area. And that's incredibly deep versus just an open world where you run around and look at all the cute stuff. So
yeah, but that's again like kind of like level design artists. Like it's nothing to do with what's it called?
Open world?
Yeah. No. The actual.
What I'm saying is like because Ubisoft makes these open world games. Do we need open world games? Is that time gone?
That seems to be like the trend now. Like if you think about it, every game, like big game, is just like, yeah, we're doing open world right now. So
yeah. Some games benefit from it. And it's almost like I go back to Metal Gear Solid 5 because it's the best game ever, and it's a perfect example. Is that people like open world, but they don't necessarily, but then they complain there's no substance. But it's very difficult to have substance in an open world game.
Yeah.
And people complain about, like, for example, the size of Fallout 4. Like, man, you can run 11 minutes from one end to the other, and yet the world is incredibly deep. Say what you will about the RPG elements, it's deep. Like, there's detail made in that game.
Exactly. I feel like a lot of games just like do open world just for the sake of it, and they don't know how to fill the open world.
Buzzworld.
Like as you said, Metal Gear Solid. Like I haven't played the game, but
it's a smaller like really open world. It's actually like people were like, because it's not a traditional open world. It's like you have a series of camps connected by pathways, and they're all. It's like basically a bunch of like. Metal Gear Solid was primarily a linear game. Right now, you have an open world map with like a dozen camps or a dozen bases to infiltrate, and you can do missions in any order. So that's open mission structure, and the way you attack missions is open. You can choose however you want to play it. That's more deep than just having an open world. Grand Theft Auto, you go from mission to mission in the order they say. There's no like open design in the mission structure, while Metal Gear Solid 5 has that open design. You can do like mission 6 because you're in that area as opposed to mission 1. You can go to the area where mission 6 is, do that mission how you want, what time of day, what conditions, what equipment, on the fly. That's open. That's what they mean by when they called it open. It's kind of open world, open mission structure. And people were like, this isn't the open world I want. I want to explore. I want to have the biggest map ever. But then you don't have the depth and the substance that you need for a quality game.
I feel like that's kind of what Skyrim turned into. Like, people praise Skyrim. Fair enough. The world was beautiful, but there was nothing going for the world in all fairness. It was very shallow. All you got is like, okay, you've got like the lore behind because they had like so many games before this. So obviously you can find out more about like each of the factions and everything. But in all fairness, like they're like, oh yeah, you're this guy who saved pretty much all of us from these dragons that were going after killing us, and they still like chase you because you kill a chicken. It's like, it's stupid.
Yeah, I feel like with Skyrim, a lot of people were more excited about the mods and stuff that you can do with it afterwards in the actual game.
Yeah,
you know what I say?
That's
like,
true though.
And it's almost like they rectified that in Fallout 4, where the world is incredibly deep, but then people complain, oh, it's too small. Well, it's too small. Like, no, it's not. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Shut up. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you want. Quiet, you. Don't, because I think I played like 40 hours of Fallout 4, and I've done like 3 missions just by walking around and exploring. Everything is so deep. Like, you can go in like all the buildings. Like, when's the last open world game where you can go inside like most of the buildings?
Witcher.
Okay. CD Projekt Red.
No, that's actually a lie. You can't go into. Well, you can go into like pretty much a lot actually. Yeah.
It's just that there's always something to do in the world of Fallout because it's smaller but deeper.
Yeah.
More.
I feel like that was a good direction, but I still feel like it's not as meaningful as it could be.
Yeah.
Because like the thing that that kind of turned me away from Fallout was when like basically it's like, okay, I'm looking for the person. I'm not gonna like say who I'm looking for because I don't want to spoil the game for anyone. But like I'm looking for that person, for that someone who's like very dear to me. And all of a sudden you get distracted by all of these like other quests and like the main quest, which at the beginning seemed so like meaningful, basically means jack shit at the end.
Yeah, that's I think Total Biscuit calls it ludonarrative dissonance, where the narrative does not apply or connect to your gameplay experience. Fallout 4, the narrative says you should be having this sense of urgency, and yet 200 hours in, you're covered in like armor, have like 1,000 tin cans, still not found like the main narrative that you're looking for.
Exactly. So
there's a disconnect between the narrative and the gameplay.
Yeah.
If they just said like go out in the world and find like anything that isn't that, if you're not doing that, if you ignore the main narrative, Fallout 4 makes sense. Because you find these people by accident, you do these quests by accident, you do them because you want to. The main narrative doesn't make sense because of that same reason. You want to do other things. You want to explore the world. So you're not like, how do I say? The narrative should apply to your sense of exploration. Like, I don't know.
See, that's why I feel like The Witcher turned out to be such a good game, because the main character, you're a monster slayer. That's what you do. You basically, like, the whole story behind them is you just go from town to town collecting coin for killing monsters, right?
And that's what you want to do in the game.
Exactly. So every side quest is kind of like, I shouldn't say every side quest, but quite a lot of the side quests are actually related to that. So you feel like you're actually doing your job as the character you're meant to be, you know? Obviously you've got like your main quest, which is like you can just go and do it straight away. You don't have to be distracted by like silly stuff. That's the thing. The pacing is so good because you're constantly pursuing and finding out more to get to your to complete your main story and stuff. So I feel like they've done like a really good job. That's why I like the game.
Game of the year for like everyone else.
Yeah,
I'll have to buy it when it's cheaper.
You really have to.
Yeah. I think there's that depth. And there's a connection between the narrative, connection between the gameplay that makes The Witcher so nice.
Talking about what you guys are talking about, right? It makes me think, are you guys more single player game type of people or multiplayer game type of people?
See, I attribute myself to a single player guy. However, sometimes I will have my multiplayer fix, and it's very specific. For example, I love Titanfall, and I'm the only person that loves Titanfall.
I've got Titanfall. I just haven't put enough hours into it.
Yeah, let's play Big sometime. Hit me up.
I'll play it, definitely. I played it a couple times. It was fun.
Is there enough content in the game?
See,
that's what I think people complained about. They said after you played it for like, I think it was like 10 hours or so, they said there weren't really much more to do.
It's a multiplayer game. Also, I bought it for like $10, so I don't care. Another thing is that they released all the DLC, all like an extra 3 map packs for free. So now people don't know about that. The game is now actually has enough content for purchase. Before it had like a couple maps. Now it has like more than, I think it has triple or double or whatever.
Yeah, I would have to say I'm a multiplayer person.
Yeah, you are.
I struggle to get into story games.
See, I don't know. I love multiplayer games because that's where I feel like I put most of my hours into, because I like just jumping on with friends and having fun in a multiplayer game. But if I look at my list of my top games, they're pretty much all single player games because I love a good story.
Yeah,
you get stuck into it.
Yeah,
I think
I really get invested with like my characters. I just treat it as an interactive film because that's basically what games are.
Yeah, like I'm a huge fan of like Heavy Rain. Beyond Two Souls. I want to try out what's it called? Until Dawn. That's expensive though. That costs money.
Yeah, I want to play that game.
Everyone has been like raving about it.
Yeah, I haven't got a PS4 though. It looks really good.
I think another one is like Life is Strange. That just got a physical release, so now I have to buy it.
Yeah, Zai played that.
Yeah.
Life is Strange. Like people praised that game, didn't they, for the story?
Yeah. They like.
I think the story was like definitely did things that games like took the story in places where games never usually touch. You know.
Yeah. Don't no spoilies.
Yeah, I won't say that, but it's the things you don't expect, and I think that's why people liked it. It's not your generic kind of game storyline.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I was gonna say, like, doesn't it enforce like the idea of choice? Your actions matter.
Yeah. But I feel like a lot of games say that, but it's just I feel like with that game, just the things that happen, you don't expect to see that from a game. It's more of like a I don't know, social experiment, I guess. You know what I mean?
That's
it's
an
like,
idea.
Gone sexual.
it's strange. It's like the stuff that it does. It's like what? It's like you're watching I don't know soap opera on TV or something.
Really?
You know? It's not more. It's different. It's different in the way it tells its story. That's what I would say.
Pretty cool. I guess those are things you can't do in other mediums besides games. You could say, in which single player games are. You're not gonna get that in FIFA 16.
What are you talking about? FIFA 16 had the great story. Okay.
Career mode.
That's probably really. It was a career mode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you play with your new roster.
Yeah, sign players, sell players.
Dude, FIFA 10 is $1. Come on. Get on that.
FIFA World is free.
Yeah, it's not free. They have $400 in microtransactions.
Yeah, probably.
So you'll be paying for that game more than any other FIFA game. I guess that's why I like my Metal Gears. I'm looking at my shelf. I have I've been playing Dark Souls a little bit, and yet I was playing with my cousin, so that's kind of multiplayer. I like there's PvP games, there's cooperative games. I enjoy cooperative. Like when I say single player, it's usually like a story or a game that has a campaign or a goal to try and complete this. Whether or not you're doing it with a friend is something different, but it's not like an arena PvP game. Those I care less about because you could say there's less substance. You fight and that's it. Whether or not it's fun is different. But what are the games? I like fighting.
What's the last game you guys completed?
The last game I completed.
I actually don't know. What was the last game?
Mine was GTA 5.
Oh, mine must have been Just Cause, or it could have been Fallout actually, because I finished the playthroughs of. I don't know if it was one of those though.
I think mine was just Metal Gear Solid 5, and then college started. Game was so long. That was a long game, damn. It's like 200.
How many hours did you put into the game?
200.
200. It's insane.
I love that game so much. Now that's a deep game when you could put 200 hours and not try.
Yeah.
Is that just like running around doing random stuff, or?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. I also played. There's a thing where you can invade people. You make a home base, and all of your items are there that you collect, and you can go into other people's bases online and steal their soldiers and their items. It's super tense, and they get mad at you, and then they get revenge. I spent a lot of time on that one.
So it's kind of like, what's it called? Clash of Clans.
It's kind of. The gameplay of it, like, because you're actually sneaking in there. You build up your base, your defenses, and then people invade your base. Mm-hmm. You don't have control over the layout of the base, unfortunately, probably because Konami is terrible. Yeah. However, you do control like where your soldiers walk, their patrols, whether or not you have certain defenses, because you have to pay for those defenses, and then someone can invade, and you have to prevent. You have to pretty much find them, so it becomes a really hard sneaking mission for the attacker, which is super crazy. I spent a lot of time on that. But just like the main missions, all the side missions, everything, there's just content. It's freaking great. Favorite game of the year. That's right. I like this more than Witcher. I haven't played Witcher.
Because you haven't given Witcher a go.
You haven't given Metal Gear Solid a go.
Yeah. I'm thinking about picking it up. I don't know. I don't know if it's my type of game. I'm not really into stealth games that much because I used to play what's his name?
Splinter Cell?
Splinter Cell. Yeah.
Splinter Cell's
Like
boring.
That's the thing. I get the same kind of vibe from Metal Gear Solid, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna enjoy it that much. But I feel like I should just give it a go.
You don't have to play stealth. You can play it like a third person shooter. And there's a crap ton of weapons to make and customize and stuff. But I think the idea is that it's open because you can do that action, but you're rewarded for trying to stealth. But the game is not over when you get caught. You can just straight up just murder everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
There is it's kind of interesting. This kind of goes into you know how when you play a game and the narrative says one thing and you do another thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think this also plays into it because the way you play it kind of affects the way you perceive the story, because you can choose to build up your army, and the only way to build up your army is to not kill everyone you see, because you have to capture them. So you can't just murder everyone, otherwise you won't build up your army. So it encouraged stealth, but if you choose to murder everyone you see, the way you perceive the story is the same, but you'll perceive it differently. You'll see their actions differently, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Also, it does affect I don't know, it's pretty crazy. No spoilers, but
Yeah, I feel like it's just one of those games that you just have to give it a go, give it a try.
You can try Ground Zeroes, which is a demo of the Phantom Pain if you can find it for cheap. Let me see how much that is. That's pretty much like a small version. It's like a couple missions of the Phantom Pain. No, Ground Zeroes. And everyone's like, you're paying $30 for a demo, and even that was like super deep. It's on Steam for $5. You could probably get
actually not bad.
So you get one main mission, and then you can try out like a bunch of side missions. But it's not like the side missions are boring. They're actually pretty deep.
Yeah, yeah.
They're deep side missions. Let me see. G2A.
So the side missions in Metal Gear Solid, would you call them like more of filler stuff or just enhancing the whole experience, you reckon?
Here's the thing. I love Metal Gear Solid. So all the side missions were great. Some of the, because it depends on how you tackle them.
Have you been like that about every single Metal Gear Solid fantasy?
I would say that this is the best one. The other ones were linear.
Have you played all of them?
Yes. Every single one. There's like 9.
Jeez.
No, there was a game you could get every single Metal Gear Solid except Metal Gear Solid 5 for like $20. You can get all of them on the PS3 and the Xbox, actually, Xbox 360. There's some side missions like extract the prisoner. So you'll go to a base that you've already played, but now you have a better understanding of the base, and you can play it differently. Like if you think the game is repetitive, stop playing it that way. Like let's say if you're the kind of guy that runs in and kills everyone, the soldiers will, next time you go, will have armor, battle armor, masks to prevent them from getting headshots. They'll have like knives, they'll have like weapons. So it would be almost better for you to sneak in. Or if you sneak all the time, they'll get like night vision goggles, or they'll be trained to prevent you from holding them up. Or they'll when you capture an enemy, a balloon, you use a balloon and they'll fly in the sky and a helicopter grab them. Enemies will try and shoot the balloon before the guy gets abducted. So missions play out differently. Side missions, depending on the type of person, they could be perceived as filler. But if you're into them and you try to play differently, they can be very enjoyable. So some side missions will be like there's a tank unit. There's 4 tanks, 26 enemies. It would be pretty repetitive if I were just to blow the tanks up. What would be interesting is if I try to use stealth to capture everyone without getting spotted. And you can abduct tanks with your balloon. Oh, phone. Don't do that. How do I abduct a tank without anyone noticing? That's a challenge. Do that. So, I suppose you get what you put into. If you just run in, kill everyone, you might not have as much fun as a person who tries to challenge themselves with the gameplay.
Mhm.
And that's depth right there. In my opinion. So, thank you, Kojima, for making good game. As opposed to Codemasters with their F1 games. I guess podcast is over. Like, wait for someone to talk.
Wait, that's not all the topics, is it?
No.
Yeah, so I was saying, what else do you have on your list?
All right,
Yeah.
we can do a follow-up to the Fine Brothers. So, turns out they've
Let's go.
they've retracted all their claims on videos. They've apologized for getting caught, and not because they're sorry, amongst other things. Is this a good thing, Vadact, do you think?
Did
Well,
any of
that
you guys...
they've retracted the claims.
Have they? They didn't?
Yeah, they did.
did.
They did.
They did retract the claims. Okay.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys see Philip DeFranco's video on it?
Oh, I didn't see it.
No, I
I
did
saw
not.
his original one.
Oh, I don't know which one I saw, whether it's original or it's just personal opinions ones. But I kind of agreed with what he says. A lot of people said that he was kind of backtracking in the one that he uploaded, because one minute he was saying he was supporting them on Twitter, and then the next minute his video wasn't supporting them.
Well, I mean,
But
opinions change.
Yeah, well, the one where he like wasn't supporting him, that's the one I kind of agreed with everything that he said in that one. It was kind of just saying like whether they wanted to do whether they wanted to claim it just for the purpose of protecting their show, it kind of gave them unnecessary power that no one on YouTube should have. Like to give them that power to be able to remove any video that has React in the title, because that's the power that they had. You know,
so we played a little bit of devil's advocate before, because, and I know Conman is for Fine Brothers because from one perspective they're trying to protect their brand, and I think the main thing that they claimed, as I read afterwards, is that they wanted to prevent people from, I mean, primarily when you do a trademark, you want to prevent people from making videos that are similar to yours.
You off. Yeah, basically.
Well, see, and another thing is that if someone were to watch a video that's very similar to React from Fine Brothers and think that it was from React and then not have a quality experience, then that would reflect on the Fine Brothers brand. They wouldn't have as much of a high opinion of them because someone else was making a video similar to them, and then the viewer thought that they were watching a Fine Brothers video because it said React in it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It was such a broad term that they tried to trademark. And plus, like, I would understand if you're trying to trademark like your name of something that you're doing, like a specific show or something, but not. That's the thing. They were like, oh yeah, so if they're basically implying that anyone with a similar format to them can be targeted and they can just take legal actions.
Yeah.
To take them, and they didn't specify what their format was. You know, they're like, oh yeah, all the things put together, but yeah, what are the things that you put together, like a class as your format?
Yeah, I think they really bonkered it up.
There was just such a sense of arrogance in all the videos that they did, you know, and that's what I feel like. There was one guy that just said they're so bad at PR. It's just like just seeing them on camera. It's just there's nothing genuine about them. You could just tell it's all fake. What they were saying.
Another thing is that I read someone said, I think it was Total Biscuit, that usually in television, you don't. Oh no, it wasn't Total Biscuit, but a PR person is not the same as the director or the actor in your thing. It's separate. When you trademark a thing on television, the person that is making the content isn't the one doing all that stuff. They have a PR person.
Yeah.
Who is not going to ruin your brand.
Yeah. The thing with the Fine Bros, like, I would expect it from a big major company that didn't start out on YouTube trying to do something like that. But the sole reason of them having to deal with the abusive system of like claiming other people's videos that YouTube is right now, because it's a mess. Like right now, what's going on with YouTube is actually kind of scary. People have their channels like terminated, and they have like, some of them even have like 500,000 subscribers. Maybe not terminated, but like just their features taken away from them for no reason.
I think a lot of people have been burned by Content ID And if that didn't happen, this wouldn't be such a bad idea. But a lot of people have been burned, like like you said, channels shut down, channels getting infringement on things that they own.
The YouTube system is flawed, and I feel like when Fine Bros approach to do something as they were going to do,
We have PTSD flashbacks.
people can automatically see what they could potentially do with the flawed YouTube system, you know?
Yeah.
And that's a scary place, and no one wants that to happen. I'm glad everyone spoke up, because it's just like in the future, hopefully it just stops other people from doing stuff.
Yeah, because imagine if that actually went through. Like, then it would encourage others. Like, that's the thing. There's already established YouTubers, like I'm talking to ones that probably have like millions of subscribers. They could start trademarking ridiculous things on YouTube. They can be like, yeah, you want to do like a FIFA video with a webcam on? Yeah, you can't do that. Sorry, I was like one of the first people to do it, and I've got the money to trademark this.
You're going to get people start trademarking every single one of their series. You come up with a unique name for your series, they'll start trademarking it, and no one else could use that title.
I mean, it's a common thing for companies to trademark inventions or patents that don't exist yet.
Yeah.
They don't know how to make it work, but if someone does know how to make it work, they can say, we came up with this. Like, I could have put in a patent for a square with a screen with an enormous battery and the ability to play back video, calls, text, email, and then 20 years later, Apple's like, oh, I got this cool thing. I'm like, ha! I got you now. I have that patent.
I guess
owe me millions of dollars.
I guess that's the thing that doesn't sit right with people and like viewers, is that what they were trying to trademark is something that already existed.
Yeah,
you know,
preceded them.
And that's the thing. It's like, I heard someone say it's a reaction. It's something that humans do naturally.
Yep.
How can you trademark that? You know,
Exactly.
It's pretty bad.
See, I just honestly didn't expect it coming from a YouTuber. That's the thing, like, because they bragged about like it was something huge, like it was something really good as well. They were like, oh yeah, people are gonna look back to this day.
Yeah,
it's like, well, look back to the day where YouTube went corporate and everyone started trademarking stuff. How is that like an amazing day?
Yeah, you're ruining a good thing here.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's the thing, like if that went through, more people would definitely start doing that, because they were like, yeah, that's totally acceptable. The Fine Bros did that, so obviously we want to protect our property. So let's say PewDiePie is gonna claim I don't know,
Screaming?
Let's Plays or something, or whatever, you know. And then like if you're a small channel that is trying to start out and like make it on YouTube, you basically wouldn't stand a chance, because it would be like even worse, I feel like, than competing with legitimate TV stations. You
can't get into the industry at all.
Yeah.
And that I mean, that's the best thing for anyone that's in power. It's like, okay, monopolies, those are cool. Let's do that.
Yeah.
If you prevent people from entering your industry, then you have absolute power. Congratulations. It's pretty.
It does baffle me why they, like, I don't know. I think we mentioned it last week about why would they feel so threatened about someone doing something remotely similar.
Well,
they have one of the biggest channels on YouTube.
If they make a living of what they're doing, like more than the majority of people on YouTube.
And
like,
I did make this.
They employ over 60 people, like they said. I'm pretty sure. Was it 60 or 30? I don't know, but it's just ridiculous.
I did mention this in the last podcast. Like, and it's hard to believe until you see that, like, Ray William Johnson did the same thing, and he is now irrelevant because someone else came up, cough, Fine Brothers cough, and then anyone else can do that. Anyone. So if you can prevent that from happening, you now have you'll be sustainable forever. If you get people that want to do React videos to just sign up for your flipping network, then you'll never have competition. Which sounds great for Fine Brothers.
Yeah.
Not for the industry.
I just feel like that's such a greedy move, though.
Yeah.
Because chances are they've made more than enough money to basically live off the rest of their lives.
Oh, yeah.
Point.
Obviously.
Easy.
100%.
I mean,
so it was just like a big, oh yeah, I want to drive a Lambo tomorrow, so can we like do this shit?
See this Lamborghini here?
You know, I like more than this brand new Lamborghini. 2 brand new Lamborghinis.
I have 5 Lamborghinis in my Lamborghini account. Have you seen that video of the parody?
Think so?
No.
someone spliced up his video, and it's just like, you know what I like more than knowledge? This Lamborghini here. It was so good. People don't like it when you're a dick online. End of story.
But it's a good thing that everyone like kind of stood together and spoke out against this, because I hope it's gonna stand kind of like as a warning to anyone trying to do it in the future.
Definitely.
They're still losing subs now.
Sony's probably just like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have tried to trademark Let's Play.
Trademarked. Yeah.
But if Sony did do it, right, their fallout's not going to be as bad as the Fine Bros. You know, Fine Bros did it in their bed. Do you know what I mean? This is where they sleep. This is where they work, and they did it on there. If Sony did it, Sony might get it.
Well, you're not going to buy my TVs now?
Yeah.
What?
Sony...
But that's with Sony, it's such a big company. Like, chances are, some people that own, or quite a lot of the people that even own a PlayStation, or own Sony products, don't really pay attention to YouTube that much, so they wouldn't care.
They don't care about PR in general of Sony.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like Dunkin' Donuts uses slaves to make their coffee beans. I'm still thirsty. I don't really care. I mean, I do, but it's not like my best friend, the Fine Brothers, because that's kind of the perception that the YouTuber that you watch is your friend, and then when they go and do something, it's like your friend hurt you.
Yeah.
That they know they lost your trust, or you lost their trust. I don't even know.
It was just so ironic that they wanted to trademark something that's so unoriginal in the first place.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
I think maybe they weren't gonna go for like the channels on YouTube, but you just don't know.
Too much.
You just didn't want to. They just had too much unnecessary power, like you said. I think they really wanted to go for like, I know, which was such a dickish move as well, when they sent their fans after the Ellen show.
Yeah.
Because she did like a kids react thing. So
I don't think Ellen was the only one as well. I think it was like Jimmy Fallon as well. They said something about him as well. But I just feel like, what gives them the right to do that? Like, you guys didn't invent reactions.
Yeah.
You know, you guys didn't. Go on.
Like in all fairness, I don't even think they're directly competing with each other.
True, because it's mainstream TV, you know, and YouTube. So
yeah,
they wanted credit. That's what he said. Ellen didn't even consult us.
We invented reactions. Yeah. You didn't invent anything.
But that's where the holes in their whole story is because it's like they say, "Oh no, we only wanted to protect our brand, stop people from making it look the same way as we do." But Ellen had her own logos and her own brand.
Yep.
So it's different.
I think one thing is like, because they have the power to send their nerds to dislike all of Ellen's content, but they can't like legally get Ellen to not do reactions. And you know, it's a humongous mess. Bye, Zai. I don't even know. You know what? If you're a popular YouTuber, rule number 1: don't piss off your fan base.
Yeah.
Don't piss off the internet.
I really don't want to do that.
Like, because we'll remember. Like, now their image is tarnished right now. Like, we weren't even. I didn't even know. I didn't watch Fine Brothers. I don't care. Now we're talking about them.
See, I kind of stopped. I was subscribed to them, but I stopped watching their videos like a while ago. Yeah. That just kind of gave me a reason to unsubscribe. And I feel like a lot of people...
be one of them numbers that went down.
Yeah. I felt like a lot of people felt the same way.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
So,
we won't forget about this for a very long time.
Yeah.
They're going to have to like give out free money for us to forgive them at this point.
Like, and did you even see like the network that they made? They were like, oh yeah, you can use our format, but I think they said we gotta take like 60% of all the earnings you make from that video.
Yeah.
It's like they're basically fucking you over worse than like some of the worst networks that are out there on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and
I remember.
Go on.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, someone said that as well. They said in their video you can use our logos and stuff like that, and if you go to their FAQ, they don't actually say you can use their logos. Like you need to get written permission from
I
them
think that's if you're
first.
not with React World.
No, even if you do sign up, the FAQ, once you signed up, they said, well, technically our logos are not available. You need to ask us and we need to review your request and decide whether you're allowed to use our logo. So even if you sign up, you still have to go through another process just to get the logos and
It's a
stuff.
little horseshit.
Yeah,
That's
it was. That's
no.
what people were just ripping it apart. There was so many holes in it everywhere.
I mean, I doubt
Fine
they're-
Bros fuck more people over than Machinima, basically. Someone said that in the chat.
most likely.
Did they even log people into a contract? Do you know? In their FAQ.
I don't know. Don't know.
It was just such a. I don't know what actually went through their mind that it was gonna be such an amazing thing for them. Like, unless all they saw was the money in it. Like, genuinely, if you take a step back for a minute, how can you think that's a good idea?
I don't know, just gotta preserve their brand, I suppose. As any
Also-
logical corporation would want to, at least. I don't know, it's just the natural evolution of their business. They're just like, okay, time to exact control because we have this power at this moment. Let's keep it for a while. It's just the logic. It's just greedy, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to stand out on the YouTube space or in any space, instead of exacting control, diversify and innovate. Make a better product than anyone else, and people will flock to whatever you got.
Yeah.
Don't try and control the masses because they don't care about you.
Yeah, if you got a good enough product, you shouldn't need to trademark it.
And I guess them trying to trademark it is an indication of the quality of their product.
Or the,
Yeah,
or the-
I feel
or
like
the-
they were just very insecure about what they
Yeah,
had, really.
because
Because they probably
reaction-
realized that it wasn't like a very original thing that they had going for themselves.
reaction channels are blowing up everywhere at the moment, aren't they? So many people doing reaction videos now. They probably
Yeah.
felt so threatened.
But that's the thing with all of them blowing up. Those reaction channels got so much shit because it was basically a guy with his webcam on, just reacting to a video and not even having like any input on it. So people were saying you should do it more like the Fine Bros. So they were basically growing their brand through just other people blowing up and doing it wrong, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. Fine Brothers,
They fucked up.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Next on our topic, Michael Jackson wrote,
Okay.
allegedly wrote music for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 on the Genesis. Isn't that cool?
Oh, so like,
Apparently, he was
how did it make? How did this make on the list?
I don't know. It just
Fancy put it on there.
I tell you what, there is no news this week whatsoever. Nothing has happened besides Donald Trump being an ass again in the public debate of New Hampshire.
He lost, didn't he, recently?
I don't know if he lost, but
He lost something. I know he
his,
didn't.
his dignity.
I know it was on the radio that like he
His
could win
mind?
or something. I don't know.
His mind,
Yeah.
yeah, that was years ago.
Yeah.
No, like, yeah, I was watching it. It was, and he's something else. I think he was being a dick. I think he said something, and then someone else was like, you know what? Some of what Donald has said is actually true. You know, and he started talking, and Donald's just like, and he put the most schmug smile I've ever seen in my life. It's like, GG, Trump. Keep it real. How this relates to Sonic the Hedgehog and Michael Jackson, I have no idea. But yeah, there's no news this week. It's pretty bad. What else we got? Early access. What's your opinions on
Oh
that?
yeah.
Early access
talk
and
about
its
that.
influence on YouTubers. have YouTubers set a poor precedent for the business model of video games by promoting early access to an exorbitant degree. Is it wrong? Are developers using early access programs as an excuse to release buggy, incomplete products and charge money for them?
I feel like if a game is early access, there should be a cap on how much they can charge for it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Ark Survival is quite expensive for an early access game.
In all fairness, like Ark is...
How much is it?
I feel like Ark is a good example of what early access was supposed to be, because that game is being developed constantly. Like, Ark is actually, I think, a good example of what early access should strive to be.
Is it like $30 though?
Yeah. It's
Ew.
the H1Z1 as well. Like, that game's dead in development. All they develop is that one game mode that everyone plays.
Yeah, Battle Royale, basically.
Yeah, and that's it. But there's still quite a lot of money just for an early access game.
I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, by the way. There was only 2 games, I think, ever that went out of early access, which is Kerbal Space Program and
Prison Architect.
Prison Architect, yeah.
They're the only games ever that went out of early access.
Like a complete, like smooth,
Wow.
done.
Like, that are actually said, like, they've actually said, yeah, we're done with those games. You know?
Releasing it.
Which is just ridiculous if you think about it, because Kerbal Space Program has been around for 4-5 years maybe now, and only now it came out of early access.
Well, however, that's kind of like how long it takes to make a good game in general.
Yeah.
It does kind of seem like these game companies are doing it just to get a quick extra buck in, you know? I'll release an early access game. If it's buggy, it doesn't really matter. We put the title of early access on it.
Yeah, and release it. Charge the money. Who cares? People will buy it anyway.
Yeah.
It's not a beta, because betas are free.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Creeper just blew up my library. Son of a bitch.
First world problem.
Oh, my God, yeah. My games are too expensive.
Yeah.
What was it? What are some other egregious examples of early access ruining it?
Daisy. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Don't get me
Daisy.
started on how much of a buggy mess that game is.
Really?
You know, things were going bad for the game. If the main developer of the game, he's like, yeah, instead of developing the mod, we're going to develop a standalone game. But actually, a few months later, I'm just going to leave the company.
He's like, yeah, this is not
make my
working.
own company. Didn't you just do that for this game? Why did you leave it?
Wow.
What started it all off, though, early access games?
It might, okay. It could
Might
have been
Daisy, wouldn't it?
I mean, I remember Prison Architect was one of the first ones, like, that really made it successful. Let's do some mild research. First, early access title. Could have been Minecraft.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, yeah. It probably was Minecraft that started this whole thing off. If you
Popularized
think about
it potentially. Made it super popular. But they didn't call it early access, they called it a beta. But it is the same exact model where you release a game, charge money, and over time develop it until it's fully released. Minecraft is released, and yet it's still kind of reminiscent of the beta days where you constantly get updates, except for this last one, which is taking years.
Years.
But I think it's been a year now since 1.9 has been in development, or the last update in general. Our list of early access games history. Let's take a look. An invitation to the beta version of multiplayer portion of Halo 3 was bundled with the game Crackdown.
Oh, Crackdown. I remember that game.
So people bought Crackdown to play Halo 3.
I remember that game. Crackdown.
Probably got... Yeah, I've never played it.
Similar, like a GTA style game.
Yeah, earliest known examples of this model is Minecraft. The game was created in mid-2009.
Oh, wow.
You could buy it for $15. I remember you could buy it cheaper than $15. You could continue. So it was a person that needed funds to make the game, so he released it to a paid model so that he could get the funds to finish it. Now companies are they have the money to make the stupid game. They're releasing it early to get more money And it's not like because they don't have the money to do it.
And see, they're always like, oh yeah, we're using the excuse of early access to get feedback on the game so we can develop the perfect game. Yeah, but actually, please develop the game.
Yeah, when
the
they just
first
give
place.
up, it just looks shady.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Kickstarter, where game like you back a game and then it never gets released. Sucks for you.
Yeah, I'm kind of like done on the early access games, in all fairness. I just want to play games that I know are going to be good games that are worth my money.
I think a big thing for me is that there are thousands of games already made that are already released that you could play right now. You don't need to buy an incomplete game.
Because that's the thing, you're buying into the idea. You're not buying into the game.
And you're buying into the fact that they could never finish it. Ever.
Yeah.
They could stop right now. You already paid money for it. Too bad, so sad. It's just how it is. Don't buy early access.
Oh yeah, another good example of early access is Subnautica. Subnautica is doing really good. Like, basically monthly updates, and they're like worthwhile updates, and you can tell that the developers actually care about the game. Because I feel like a lot of these games are just like, when the developer actually gives a damn about the game that they're releasing. Because for the most part, like, you just see, you can kind of tell which games are more of a money grab.
Yeah. Like, what is it? Sandbox survival games. Those are freaking popular as hell. Rust, all those other ones.
Rust is actually a good game.
Is it? Okay, good. What are some
Yeah.
other ones? I mean, like...
Okay, so let me explain Rust to you, right? Because Rust came out, it was like, at the beginning, it was basically a DayZ clone wannabe, right? It was after the spike of popularity of DayZ. All of a sudden, this game came across. It was like unfinished. It was like weird looking. People are like, this game could be fun, but it's just like it's just crappy. It just looks weird. It's like Minecraft and DayZ combined, right?
Yeah.
But then like the guy kept developing the game. It's the same guy who made Gary's Mod.
Sweet.
And after a while, he was just like, you know what? I'm gonna start from the beginning. And I'm actually going to do something worthwhile. And he completely scrapped the game and start redesigning it from scratch.
That's pretty crazy.
And now the game is actually a really good game.
Was that early access?
It's still in early access, and it has one of the best shooting mechanics I've ever seen.
Yeah. I think the advent of Steam, like, sponsored early access is what's been causing a little bit of an issue, because now people accept it. They accept it as like a thing. It's just like, oh, early access, of course. It's just another way. It's a way of getting games early.
I still think we should all like stand up against microtransactions, because it seems like they're bringing it into every single game. It's just ridiculous.
See, I'm so against it, but I may have bought in Metal Gear Solid 5 transactions. I'm sorry.
Like, I understand if they're worthwhile though, but now I just
never
feel like...
worthwhile. The problem is when the development of a game incorporates microtransactions into the pacing of the game.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, this game is going to suck unless you pay money. Cough. Clash of Clans. Cough. I'm sorry, but when it takes like 8 years to upgrade my freaking wall, then that's when I know there's a problem. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's just like terrible. What is it? Halo.
What do you guys think about when Steam made that change to release all like indie games on Steam, not just well-known developers and publishers?
I think that's a good thing, to be honest.
I mean,
because
indie games are always good. I mean, it's good to have them.
The reason I brought it out, because that kind of encourages the early access thing, because you never seen well-known developers do early access. It's usually a beta, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It allows indie devs to actually make the game they want to make, because chances are they don't have the investors and they don't have the money to do it in the first place.
So there's always going to be a good and a bad. So indie developers means that local Joe can make a game. It also means that a local Joe can make a game. So a person who normally couldn't make a game before can now make a game, but a person that shouldn't be making games can now charge money.
Let my cat out.
Like Five Nights at Freddy.
I don't shit on Five Nights at Freddy's, because I don't think the intention was to get popular. He just kind of made it.
What I'm trying to say is that it is someone who would not have benefited from Steam's platform if they didn't make that change.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, indie games are central, and you just have to be an informed consumer. You're buying a game that wasn't made by a AAA company. You're buying a smaller game made by one dude. So, but another thing is when you incorporate early access with people that shouldn't be making games in the first place, that are the money grabbers that use, like, throw their microtransactions into their poop game. That's where there's an issue. I think what was it? There's a kid that was able to buy $8,000 worth of items in FIFA.
Yeah, you know something is wrong if they can spend that much money.
You could say like, oh, he shouldn't have spent the money, but why do you have the ability to do that?
Yeah.
Why is that there? What the hell? That's like a different type of evil right there. I say, it's just messed up. Or like in kids games, like children's games having microtransactions. That's just terrible.
Yeah, what is up with that? Like,
and they don't call it money too, so they hide it behind an idea of like a gem or buy new candy.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't play mobile games a lot, so I'm not like totally embedded in that industry. But I do know of the fact, and that it's terrible. Halo 5 has microtransactions. I'm not
Which it doesn't need.
I don't know what you can buy with it. Like, I know it's not nice.
Like, I feel like CSGO could be one of the causes why microtransactions exist, with the whole, like, case opening thing.
That's just gambling at this point.
That is,
It's like, it reminds me of like FIFA packs as well. Though.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like, it was CSGO, then FIFA packs came along. Now COD is doing like case openings. H1Z1 is doing case openings. Like, all of these big games are like releasing case openings now. Why? Because Valve made a shit ton of money.
It's a huge.
Call of Duty have it as well with microtransactions.
Yeah, they have case
Wow.
openings
I didn't know that.
like CSGO does now. So I'm like, no, thank you.
Let me check my Twitter real quick. Oh, hey, KS dude. How's it going? I'm being a terrible person and not reading the chat as much as I should.
Yeah, I'm like ignoring my chat. Sorry, guys.
All
It's
right.
a podcast.
Common
So I
asks.
can't just like reply to everything.
All right, here we go. Let's get some short topics. Common asks, what is true happiness and how do you achieve it?
Do what you like,
With get money.
get money, and spend it on sensible things, not crystal cocaine or meth, whatever.
What is happiness? I think happiness is a 3-day work week. That's
Happiness is not having to get up of the warm bed in the morning.
Yeah, I think the idea is that happiness is having something you want to get out of your bed to do.
Yeah, that's true though.
That's a happiness right there.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Are we talking about like being happy with your work? Or are we talking about just like being
I don't know.
happy
It's
in
a comment
general?
just asked me.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of aspects to that.
So, okay, next drug topic. What do you use to record and edit?
Fraps to record video, Audacity to do audio, and Premiere Pro to edit video and
All right,
audio.
Zai says, happiness is only achieved when you can love yourself. There we go.
I
Done.
love
song.
myself.
Oh my god, Ricky is my happiness, says Zai. Also says me. Oh my goodness. Kyle Scott on Twitter asks, food. Anything, just food. Talk about
Food?
that. Yeah.
Food?
Yeah, it's our favorite food.
What, our favorite food?
Yeah, tell me about
Like wraps, tortillas, tacos, any of that sort. I'll eat it.
Sushi is the bomb. Anything
I've never had
seafood?
sushi.
You should try it.
I feel like I need to go to like a good place to eat
No,
sushi.
You can have bad sushi.
The problem is with sushi, right?
Mhm.
Every time there's like a sushi place, I'm hungry, right? And I feel like when I go to get sushi, I'm not gonna be filled up.
No, I get filled up on like a small plate. It's dense food. It's not like it's not airy, so it looks like you get a little bit, but you get full. At least I do. And if not, buy more sushi.
I went through a phase where I really liked it, and then one day I ate it and I just felt so sick, and I haven't eaten it since.
Oh, that's the worst. Because if you have a bad reaction, your body will forever just not want to eat it.
Yeah.
I had the same thing. I had a very similar thing with gummy bears. I had like a stomach bug or something along those lines, and basically I was throwing up all the time. And just before that happened, I had like a whole pack of gummy bears, and every time I just like smell it now, I just associate with that, so I can't have it.
Oh, yeah. I think I've had a few instances like that. Let me see. I was gonna read the chat. Zai says to tell us a story about when I got my heart broken. No, that will not happen.
My chat, if you have any like suggestions for topics, just shout them out. Like quick topics, like speed fire questions. We can do this.
Yeah, I'll do a quick Q&A. Let's go.
Oh yeah, let's do a Q&A. Everyone, Q&A time with the
/ topic suggestion as we scroll through the chat and have Zai and everyone else spamming the thing, so I can't read any topic suggestions.
What's my thought on Hearthstone? Pretty good game.
Pretty good. Never
Pretty
played
chill. Pretty chill. Music. I see music. I assume that's like favorite music. Okay, guys, take it away, because I think my chat knows exactly what I'm gonna say.
No, I don't really listen to that much music. I'm sorry.
I'm just
nothing.
Anything on the radio for me. Not really that specific.
You're very casual.
All right, Zai's annoying me right now. Tell us your heartbreak story. Okay, here we go. I had a lady. I no longer have a lady. Done.
Is she a man?
Yeah, she turned a man. Yeah, that's right. Am I gay?
Did you just like question that yourself?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, so leave me alone. I'm not gonna bring up my dirty laundry.
Zai is adamant you've been heartbroken really bad.
Yeah, that's pretty sure. Let's hear Zai's heartbreak story. Of like,
it's me every day.
Yeah, every day.
Don't listen to her.
Every time you don't do the laundry, it's just
Yeah.
like
That's
pain,
what it is.
misery. My goodness. Cora's just gonna tell me about it. He's gonna tell everyone right now. I bet. Elrius is here. Oh my god. Yeah, I played Elrius, a mean cello, on Skype once. He was very impressed. Yeah, it was what was it, Emma MC or something like that?
Wait,
Last week,
this?
she broke my heart.
Who's
Oh
that?
yeah, in the last stream.
Emma Let's Play. There we go. Last stream.
What happened?
I don't know. I have no idea actually.
Perhaps he was in a quick relationship. Lasted about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait,
don't-
what?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
With a subscriber.
Wait, is it one of those viewers?
Cool
Is it one of
Keemstar.
those- Oh god. Fancy, are you doing something that you shouldn't be? Something that's
Oh
illegal?
my god. Yeah, here we go. I'm now like branded as a pedophile. Great.
Yep.
YouTube over.
Your career over. Everything in your life over, dude. How do you feel? Let's have a quick interview.
I'm trying to appreciate. Okay. I'm trying to read the chat, but no one's suggesting anything.
Hold on. Have you guys ever danced in the rain?
No.
I can't say I have
Not that I
either.
can remember.
I'm not a girl. Leave me alone. I'm not.
Yeah, this isn't like The Notebook or something. Oh god. I'm glad I didn't watch that.
Have you guys seen The Notebook?
So,
No.
all right.
I've been
I have-
almost forced to watch it.
I've seen The Notebook.
You've seen The Notebook?
Yes, I made me watch it.
Oh god. I don't even know what that movie's about.
I'm kind of glad my relationship ended before I had to watch it.
I'm so glad. Thank God.
I've seen The Notebook.
Zai's bugging me to talk about the right to die law. Yeah, so she that was the only suggestion I got earlier. So I proceeded to do research and got super depressed. Thanks, Zai. Reading about the right to die. I watched a video, like Phyllis Shatner, and she talked about it. She talked about her experiences, and it was heartbreaking.
I'm pretty sure we did we watch a video on it in maths or did we watch it?
No, I watched it
Already.
personally to like learn about it. So the idea is that if you are like a terminally ill patient,
Yeah.
you have the right to end your life medically.
Wait, what's that called? Euthanism, right?
Something like that. So there was a previous version called the right to like refuse to eat and drink, kind of thing like that. So this is like
Yeah,
an extension of
euthanize
that,
it, yeah.
because that sounds painful. Starvation is not fun. Dehydration is also not fun, but
But
you had the right to do that.
I can't see why anyone would be against it, because
Yeah.
if it's your own decision, then
So I also read on
decision.
it that if you have any sort of mental delusions, you cannot do it. They will not let you. So you have to have control of your own free will to exact this procedure. I think it's just through medication that you take. You basically overdose yourself with some type of medication. Not sure. Stuff like that. And it sounds... The process, like you have to have a physician. You have to find a physician that's actually going to let you do it, because some physicians will not agree to it.
See, the thing is, it is your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like you're suffering, you should have the right to just end it. You know?
If you are suffering enough to the point where you are kind of rejecting your own self-preservation instinct, then that's pretty bad.
See, this might sound really silly, but if someone gave me the chance, right, to just let's say I'm like 60 or 70, about to die, if you're like a NASA scientist or someone and have like a free seat on like the next space shuttle, if you want to like shoot me to space and just like leave me there, I would greatly appreciate it.
Well, the idea is to have a less than painful death.
I don't mind like suffocating in space. Just like shoot me out, please.
Oh my god, that sounds horrible.
No, like you would have a spacesuit, like you would just fall asleep, because like you would just run out
Oh,
of
like
oxygen in your spacesuit.
gravity style, or you run out of oxygen. You're just like,
Yeah, and then you just like fall asleep. I just want to go to space. So like even if they want to like experiment, what would happen if you just like show a person in space and you just like eject him out of the airlock and just like let
your
him
suit
suffocate?
collapses and your face is impaled with glass.
Yeah, but like in a spacesuit, that would be it.
But I won't go to space. Yeah, there we go. This is like, yeah, you know what? Body preservation has become a problem. Let's just shoot them in space.
Yeah.
This is getting
Well,
horrible.
funny thing is, my sister read an article. Now it's just as expensive to have like a fancy funeral, like a really
Fancy?
good funeral, than
So-
to
Oh, I read.
send your ashes to the moon. So,
So
just saying.
another thing is that like the people when you choose to what this person did, they chose to stop eating and drinking. This is before they had the law to that allow medication assisted based on so it's not like your family deciding, it's you deciding. That he had a funeral before he died, so it was a celebration of life, and that was pretty touching. I was like, oh.
What do you hold on? Because William is asking topic YouTube channels and businesses. What's up with YouTube and different channels? I don't know. I
Is
guess
this a question?
Yeah.
What's up with YouTube?
What do you mean,
I
William? Is
think
it like
I think he's referring to the Fine Bros thing. Just like
yeah? Are you talking about the Fine Bros? Because, or are you talking about like just YouTube in general, about like the business side of it? I don't know.
Okay, so Zai asks why men always ignore women. I'm gonna open the chat. This is why.
Should we add her into the call?
Yeah, we can add her to the call.
Well, then,
Get
add
her
in.
opinions. I didn't know she wanted to join.
I think it
I
was
thought
a
you
death-
asked everyone.
It was a death thing.
I've been asking. No one. Like last week, I asked if anyone wanted to join. No one replied. In the chat.
Was I here last week?
Nope. Just me and Biggs
think-
again.
I think you got a caller. Fancy.
Oh, sweet. Oh my God, Zai's so famous. Hey. She's gonna chicken out right now. Look at this chicken. Oh, it's Zai.
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the podcast. It just it just got boring, so thank goodness you're here.
I just wasn't done with my topic yet.
You weren't done. Okay, I think like
No.
I was still talking about it, and then like then Vac just like let's talk about YouTube.
No, there was a main part to that question.
What
Can I
was it?
ask it?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so with adults, the right to die seems more like it makes more sense. But what about when it's a child?
Oh,
Like, what if it's a 12-year-old who has cancer or something and it's really painful for them, and at some point they might pass away because of it? Should they be given something to basically commit suicide?
I think
kind
the
of,
tricky
you know?
thing is that as of right now, we have a lot of systems in place that say that children aren't allowed. They don't think by law. They don't think rationally. Like you're not allowed to drive. You're not allowed to do a lot of things because the idea is that you are a child. You aren't thinking rationally, and that's the whole thing behind this law is that you have free will. You are thinking rationally, and you make this choice. Whether or not a child is thinking rationally is up to discretion, and I'm unsure. I think it starts leading into a bit more taboo when it is a child. That's tricky. That's super tricky. Oh boy, I don't know. It just depends. How old are they? Is this like, because
That's what I'm saying. Because the big question was, should they allow children under 12? And I remember reading a story about a girl who was about 9 or something, and she was asking her mom. She said, "I want to die because this is just too painful." So what would you do in that situation?
so
Gosh, that's depressing now that I think about it.
so the see Zai, I watched I researched an hour and I just got depressed. Thank you so much for this. So here's the law states that I think it was like 6 months, within 6 months you are terminally ill, and you still have to have free will, so you can't have any delusions. I don't even know. It's tricky. It's so tricky because you don't want, like, the idea of allowing a child to end their own life under their own free will is very taboo.
That is hard, but at the same time, isn't it hard watching them suffer?
It is hard watching them suffer. Now, is this a terminally ill
Yes.
child? Terminally ill within a
I
year?
think with yes, but I think with children, I think there's more hope involved. Like, I think when someone's like, I don't know, 60 and they're terminally ill, I don't know, it seems a bit easier to make that decision. When someone's like 8 years old or something, I think you tend to hold on to hope more. That something will happen to change things, you know?
One thing is that, and it leads into the rationality. Like, I don't even know.
I don't think any child should be allowed to make a decision.
No,
Well, the child, of course, doesn't. It's the parent that makes the ultimate decision for them. But
okay. This is
Kid's a kid. Like,
in what state would that apply? Like, what disease would be so rampant as to cancer? I guess, sure.
yeah, it could be like leukemia or something. And the kid's suffering.
I don't know if they
already
should be
had
allowed
chemo.
But is there
all these
anything that
things.
can ease their pain? Because if there's, in what condition would it be that they are suffering and there's no way of easing their pain whatsoever through medication? Because there must
ask
be
me medical questions now.
See, that's
don't
the thing. Okay, so the idea for the adults and the older people is that they are suffering. The main one thing is dementia. This person, under their free will, was going to suffer from advanced dementia within 6 months. So they decided during their free will that they did not want to suffer from dementia, something that you cannot prevent or ease the pain of because it is emotional pain and mental pain. So that was applicable. Now, drugs are pretty good. Like, give a child morphine, he won't be crying no more. What circumstances would allow that?
But then if you have a child on like morphine, for instance, right?
Yeah.
They're not really going to be functioning if the pain is that bad and they have to take enough morphine to ease that pain. They're basically not going to have a life anyway because they're just going to be like vegetables. Because what could they do?
I mean, morphine sounds great. You could feel good.
Do you want it?
That's what you do.
Do you want some?
You know, I get my wisdom teeth pulled out this year. I opted for the morphine. So
We're going to see a video of you getting your wisdom teeth pulled out.
yeah, is this real life? I'll send you a
that
Snapchat.
could be the face reveal, fancy.
Face reveal. My entire cheeks puffed
Like,
out.
I've tried stalking you. I could never find a picture of you.
That's
what I
right.
do.
Because I'm really careful about that stuff.
Don't worry, I'll find it one day.
No. Don't. Yeah, you can just ask Cora for my name.
I'm pretty sure I somehow came across your Facebook, but I can't remember how, and I didn't add you, by the way. Just saying.
Probably not. actually. I don't have any connection on my Facebook to.
Wait, I think it was through your Snapchat because you use your full name, don't you?
Yeah, I probably
your
use my
Snap-
full name. And
Yeah.
I give you my trust Vadact on Snapchat. Come on.
Oh
Yeah,
my
but
God.
I didn't add you, bro. It's okay.
I'm watching. I don't want. I will not reply to you if you message me on Facebook. I will not give you any
I do
acknowledgement.
not know. I do not
thought
know
we were
you.
friends. Okay.
I know a certain someone sent Biggs a picture of me and it was like an unflattering picture and I was very upset. So now I have
Wait,
to like
I don't remember this.
oh it happened and then I
He
sent
tells me everything. He didn't tell me this.
And
Why'd
then
you hide this from me?
and then I sent an unflattering picture of him to Biggs and it was funny. It was great. A certain someone in the chat. Oh damn. What was I
You know, she
talking
only
about?
joined this call to find out about your heartbreak, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's not gonna
That
happen.
was really, I could tell there's heartbreak there, and I need to know why
Yeah, I can't
won't
talk to women
stop.
anime. I've been ruined.
until I know what happened to you.
Yeah, I'm in chemistry lab, and I just stay to myself because I've been heartbroken too much.
I've come up with so many theories.
Theories? What's your theories?
Yeah.
I'll tell you if you're
One
right.
of them is you met this girl at school
Yeah.
one day,
Yeah.
and you fell in
Wait, is
love.
this turning into fan fiction?
Yeah,
right
we're
now?
getting fan fiction, but like we're seeing if it's true.
And you fell in love, but then you got friend zoned.
I got friend zoned.
Oh,
That's
dude.
one theory.
Well,
That's one theory.
that happens like every day.
Oh, that's so sad.
Nobody loves me. What's your
See?
other theories, Zai? Let's go. Let's just like let's get
There's
personal right
that
now.
one.
This
You
is
got
the worst.
cheated on. You were in
Wow.
love. You must have been in love. That's my theory.
Yeah.
And so maybe she cheated on you.
Wow.
He finished Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. Here we go. Metal Gear got in the way. Shit, Zai.
Or you fell in love with someone that was already in a relationship.
Whoa. Now that's just cheating.
Well, you didn't do anything about it. I'm not
Well,
saying you're a cheater.
Okay.
The truth is revealed. I don't know. That's the only one. Those are the only ones I have. In
Zai
mind.
reads me like a book.
I could feel the pain.
I was cheated on when I was like 12. My goodness.
Oh my god.
So long ago. You know what? I tell you what. Middle school, not
Sounds
the
like
place
a
for
whole
relationships.
lifetime of heartbreak.
Yeah.
Fancy.
I know.
Yeah,
it
Zai
does.
just brought them all up. It's like, damn.
Wow.
Why do you think I play
But
Minecraft?
you broke him.
Yeah, it's hurting. You're bringing it back. I have repressed memories. Middle school, I'm telling you, no relationships in middle school. Don't do it. Children aren't thinking rationally.
But you were. That's why you were heartbroken, because you were like more. I don't know.
I was an adult when I was 12. I
Exactly. So when you loved her, you actually did love her, but she didn't know what love was because she was just like 12.
yeah. No, she was when I was 12.
But you were 12 as well.
No, I was like 14, I think. I don't remember. Middle school was terrible.
You was 14, did you say?
I was 14.
That's a long time to hold on to it, Fancy.
I don't. She brought it back up.
Wait, so this heartbreak happened when you were 14.
I was 14. I think she was 13.
Do you think you'll ever fall in love again?
No. Ruined me.
It's over at this point.
I actually feel really bad.
Yeah, it's okay, Zai.
Maybe you need to talk to somebody about it.
I'm talking right now. I'll go see a therapist.
I think you need to.
I think I need to go to a club or something. Like
You
a
can't
book
give up
club.
on love. Oh my gosh. See? That was a sign.
Yeah, there we go. And then it leads into the second part. The second theory, which is the friend zone theory.
But
There
what if
we
it's both?
What if it's both?
Yes. What if you like
Wait, you were friend zoned and cheated on? Holy shit.
no wonder you're all messed up.
Yeah.
There's no hope for you anymore.
No wonder I sit in a castle all day on a Minecraft server. And here's the kicker.
Oh my gosh, there's more.
Computer
Wait, is that-
engineers don't meet lots of females.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that why you're questioning yourself about being
Am I
gay?
gay? Yeah. Maybe I should be. I'll meet more people.
I like how you say it like you would consider it.
Well, I mean, it's a joke.
You could always go on blind dates.
Blind dates? No, you meet some big chicks there. Zai, I'm real skinny. Shit ain't gonna happen.
What are you trying to say, you fancy?
What? That I don't like big chicks?
They're just gonna like consume your whole body.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
Where has this gone?
Oh my goodness.
This is definitely turning into fan fiction.
This is fan fiction fuel. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stop right now. Podcast over. I'm gonna go cry alone. And that's why I haven't seen The Notebook yet. I don't need that in my life. I don't need to hurt anymore.
Oh my gosh, you need to watch The Notebook.
No, I'm my own person, Zai. But like,
Are you trying to say Ricky's not his own person because I made him watch The Notebook?
yeah, you know what? Ricky's just like, he's just a Chihuahua pet at this point. That's all he is. He has no
You're just
free
gonna
will.
take that? You're gonna let him talk to you like that?
Rick's just like, it's true.
She's been watching too many of them YouTube videos of that hype girl.
Oh,
I never know about Hype Girl.
if you haven't watched that video, you need to.
Oh my goodness. It's the worst podcast ever.
It's your show, Fancy.
Worst game developer, more
You're a
like
responsible one.
Fancy's dirty laundry is the new topic. Change that real quick. Edit scene.
You should
He's
just name
actually
this
gonna-
podcast "Gone Wrong," and then you'll get the views.
Fancy's dirty laundry. Thank you, Zai.
That means you need to tell us more.
No, I don't want it.
Come on, tell us about
Actually, it was like 5 years ago, right?
5 years ago, yeah.
exactly. It's time to move on. You got to share your experience right now. Maybe somebody could learn from it and not
Okay.
get cheated on.
How not to get? I don't know how to do that. Just shit happens.
So,
Think I know
Can
how
you tell
not
us-
to?
So is that what happened?
Yeah, straight up, bro.
Can you tell us why she cheated? Was it just because like she was 12 or 14 or whatever? And she was just like,
I think it had to be something big. I feel like
She was
she
at like.
cheated. She cheated on you with your friend.
No, it wasn't
I
my
think so.
friend. It was just some buff dude. I should probably
oh,
get to the
then
gym.
that's okay. I get it now.
But there's 14. How buff could he be?
Ah, yeah, he was
Exactly.
huge. My goodness. Let's stop right now. I don't
It
know.
all makes sense now. All of it. Just like you got cheated on for somebody that you thought was like more muscular and stuff, and then that made you feel inferior, and
Yeah.
then you've held on to that issue, and then it's lowered your self-esteem, and you know.
Bro. I mean, I have the most self-esteem. I just don't like women. Or rather, women don't like me. I am gay at this point. My goodness. We've discovered it. I guess I like men.
New topic.
New topic. Big
Fancy
fancy.
sexuality.
Fancy's gay now. Drama alert.
You're definitely not allowed to talk to Ricky alone anymore.
Whoa.
I don't want you to influence him.
Yeah, Biggs. Careful.
Too late.
Too late. Woo! Yes,
Is there a
you don't
secret
treat
being
Biggs
revealed?
like I treat Biggs.
You let him do what he wants.
Yeah, co-host of a podcast. What kind of like? You can't beat that.
Look, all I have to do is play. What's that game you guys want to play? F1?
F1? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
You
just
know
get
how to play
F1. That's it.
You can't play F1. You won't play
Yeah, I'm gonna
F1.
get it, and then he won't
I
play
mean,
it.
yeah,
with me.
you would if you would play F1. You should. This is the part where we trick Zion to buying us F1 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would win Biggs if you bought us both Xbox One copies of F1 2015. Yeah, there you go. You would win.
Here, I'll give you a link.
Oh, it's like, yes, yes. That game's expensive. Yeah, you would win, because I can't buy Biggs F1. I don't have money.
Are you waiting till next year to buy it? So
Well,
it's
I
cheaper?
waited when it was like 60, and now it's like $9. But you know, the longer you wait, the cheaper it gets. But if
So
you,
are you actually gonna get it?
I might, maybe.
I hate that day. That the day that happens.
Yeah,
It's
because
gonna-
then me and Biggs are gonna do a series together. racing series, and I exact more control than you could ever possibly imagine from Biggs. I got the wheel and everything.
FIFA,
You play?
and I'll get really good at it, and then that's it. It's over between you guys.
Whoa, careful.
Never compete with FIFA.
I don't even
I
like
think
FIFA.
F1 would. F1.
See, now I play
What?
Rocket League though. So.
Oh,
So-
but I'm better at Rocket League than you are.
No, you're not. I was good first day. I was pretty good.
I'm good.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I am.
I don't believe you.
I lost to Conman one-on-one once.
Were you playing Rocket League with us on the charity live
No.
stream?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh yeah, did you
That
save
was on
yourself the
the
embarrassment?
You're being disrespectful.
Okay. Fancy. That's not right. That's not cool. That's not cool, Fancy. How could you?
Look, I'll start airing out your dirty laundry again.
Whoa.
I'll
I mean, that's the
psychoanalyze
topic
you.
right now.
Should we just
Already.
psychoanalyze you some more?
Whoa. I doubt it.
I think we need to.
No.
So what other traumatizing experiences have you had in your life?
In my life, I'm
Yeah.
not an easily traumatized person. I don't
Except
know.
for your heartbreak. That's the only thing.
I don't know, Zai. I play Minecraft. What kind of like situations could I like get into where I'd be horrifically traumatized or heartbroken in general?
I think instead of trying to take you away from Ricky, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to convince you to go on dates with people
Wow.
so that you get a girlfriend and then like you're busy with her and then you have no time for Ricky now.
That won't happen.
That is a really good plan.
I have a commitment with Biggs every Sunday.
One step at a time.
Yeah, and then it's going to become Mondays and Tuesdays and
Yeah.
next thing you know, just won't have any time for me.
You're more committed to this than you are
Podcast daily.
to uploading to your channel. So that's just something.
Who has time anyway?
Well,
Zai, I think you're reaching here. I am a strong person, and I have no traumatic experiences to speak of.
Okay, I have a question
Yeah.
that's not related to your heartbreak.
Well, finally, thank goodness.
All right. Vadact, are you in college as well?
no, I finished school and everything.
Okay, well, fancy.
Yeah.
You're at university, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you find that, like, and be honest, like, throughout your day, do you find yourself being really busy? Or do you feel like you have a lot more free time now?
I'm more busy than I was in high school.
See, I always feel like people that say that are lying.
No, no, that's not the. I
I
had a
think
lot
it
of
depends
free.
on what you're doing, to be honest.
I was a
because
di-
I know some college courses that people only go in for like a couple of hours
No,
and they
I
have like
tell you what. If
3
you're-
days off.
Okay, so my school is divided. You have a North Campus, which is the College of Engineering, and South Campus, which is like the College of Liberal Arts. If you're a South Campus major, you show up like 3 days a week, 2 classes maybe a day, and then you're done. If you're a North Campus major like Fancy, it's like 9 to 4, which is longer than high school most
but not
days.
the first, like, couple years, because the first couple years, you're just doing your, like, general ed stuff.
So, still
So,
9
and
to
then
4.
And when you do general ed, no matter what your major is, you're still taking the same amount of courses.
What do you mean?
Like, for instance, everybody has to take the same general ed, kinda.
Well,
It might be a bit different here and there, but a full-time student is still a full-time student.
yeah. Well, okay. Well,
So I don't understand how in the beginning.
Did you take like physics and all that fun stuff?
Yeah, I did for my general ed.
Okay.
Then afterwards, the last 2 years were a lot easier because I was doing my actual like major stuff.
Okay. Well,
But
right
the
now I
first 2
have
years-
5 courses. That you have the computer engineering lab and lecture, physics. No, I'm not taking physics this semester. I'm taking chemistry. You have macroeconomics. Then you have college writing, and then you have calculus. Still takes a long time.
But don't you do the same hours as somebody that's even taking like the easier courses?
Well, the fact of the matter is that the amount of time you spend in school is the same. The amount of time you spend outside of school working is more. Because right now I'm taking a 3-class-hour course. So for every hour I spend in school, I should be working 3 hours out of school. Regardless
Yeah,
of
but
how-
you don't actually do that.
No, and my grade suffers. But I'm supposed to. So, and the thing is that if I'm not doing that, if I'm doing a podcast, I just have this anxiety and guilt that I should be doing that, so I never do anything fun, and it ruins my free time if I have any. Like I should be
So
doing.
basically, you should have really good grades.
I should, but I don't, because that takes forever. I don't know. I have in high school. It was like I spend the same. I spend a little bit more time in college, but I don't have homework in high school that takes hours. No, only now have I had homework that would take all day to do in college because it's just more difficult. And you have to write lab reports, all this shit
Yeah, that's not
every week. If I was doing, I switched up my schedule, luckily, because last semester I didn't do my computer engineering lecture and lab. I did physics, which is the harder course than chemistry. So you're supposed to do physics and the computer engineering together, and that would have been hell. So I did the physics then, doing chemistry now, and the computer engineering now. So it's a little bit easier, but it's still still much. It's more. I have less time than I did in high school, which is why I was doing daily uploads. Less obligation. Like, I don't know.
What about all your subscribers? You're just letting them down now.
I'm in college. I'm sorry.
But you're disappointing all of the people you don't
Exactly.
even know.
Paid $10,000 a year to do homework. I'm sorry.
Made a commitment when you made a YouTube channel and they subscribed.
You
It was
signed
like
a contract, Fancy, that you
Exactly.
would never quit. Never.
Exactly.
You can't
Never.
stop. You know who stops?
Quitters?
Okay, I'm not gonna say his name.
Who stops back? Is it? It's Fancy. That's who stops. That's his name. I'm sorry.
Let's roll
I
with
just,
Fancy.
another thing is that I feel I'm more mentally exhausted in college than I was in high school. So before I wasn't really mentally challenged in high school. So I there you go. Bad choice of words. Poor choice of words. I wasn't challenged mentally in high school, so I had all the free time to design houses and do this stuff. Now I'm just like I don't have the capacity for that. I have mental fatigue. Even if I have free time, I have mental fatigue from doing
Yeah, I know what you mean.
the college courses, and I don't want to spend another 6 hours editing a video.
It's just exhausting, isn't it? Like
I need to recuperate so that I have the capacity, and I don't want to burn out. Burning out is gonna be the worst thing. And which is why I started the podcast, because they give you really long breaks in college, because they know that if you burn out, it's over. So they gave me that break, and I was able to do YouTube again because I had free time, and I didn't have mental fatigue during that time. Now I can do a weekly podcast. Sure, that's great. But right now I should be coding, and I should be doing a chemistry lab, and I should be reading a book. Because in college, there's always more that you can do. In high school, you do your homework, you're done. But you could always be doing more. And there's always someone doing more than you. There's always someone smarter than you.
See, I think that's the thought that tires you out the most, even if you have days off. Because I kind of have noticed that about, even like with doing YouTube and stuff. Whenever I have a day where technically I don't have to do anything, I've always got the thought at the back of my mind: should I be doing a video right now?
You
Should
kinda
I be
feel
like doing
guilty
something?
not doing
Yeah.
Yeah,
anything.
and that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, I want to do videos, but I feel guilt that I should be doing something.
Yeah,
more
and that
important.
kind of stresses you out, and you get tired and burnt out on it because you're thinking about it constantly. It's like, I should be doing it, but I don't want to do it. But at the same time, I know I should be doing it.
Yeah.
And it's just this like loop.
And
And
like
it's,
specifically me, might not be for everyone else, but I'm not introverted. I'm introverted, extroverted on different days. So on some days I don't want to see people, and I will do homework, and I'll make videos.
That's like my everyday.
So
Just
and
don't-
other days I will become like literally I feel a sense of purposelessness. Sense of purposeless. Is that a word? I lack purpose if I'm not doing something important on my extrovert days. And those are the days where I have to do homework. And I can't see people and hang out. And that's what ruins me. Those are the worst days. When I feel that inner desire to see people and interact with people, and I can't because I have homework to do. And then people are like, oh, make some videos. Oh, I want to. I can't. So.
I just gotta say, I think I made this podcast a lot better.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Zai. Why don't you come next week? Or any week
sorry,
when I ask.
can't.
Oh. Of course. I'll just call my mom.
Look, I just feel like if you think that you're that busy and you feel guilty when you do your podcast and stuff, then maybe you should stop doing them on Sundays, you know?
No,
And you should, or maybe you should just do
oh
them by
my
yourself.
god, this was all a ploy to get Biggsy back. I now know I'm onto you, Zai.
Yeah, it's
The
always nice.
podcast is my little thing. It's a little hour and a half.
Just let me have it. It's my little thing.
It's my own. It's my only like. This is where I air my dirty laundry, and de-stress, and I just get to talk about myself and not make tutorials every day. So I do this for my own sanity, which is why I do it.
Yeah, but I just feel like if you keep doing this, your grades are really gonna suffer.
Okay. One thing is doing an hour-long podcast weekly. Another thing is a daily upload schedule of tutorials, let's builds, Minecraft showcases, roleplays.
Yeah, especially with like building, it takes so much of your time.
Which is why I don't do it. I do an hour-long podcast. Without editing. That's the reason, Zai. I don't edit the podcast because it's a podcast.
I think you should start editing it.
Nope.
Yeah, you should add like fancy transitions. You should add memes to it.
Memes, yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it becomes a burden.
No.
It becomes work.
Great.
Yeah, it
It
becomes work.
becomes a great podcast from a good podcast.
Oh my god. There's always a better podcast out there, Fancy.
Yeah.
Right now, you're
Let
shit.
that sink in for a second.
Yeah, freaking great. I try my best. I'm sorry. I'm not good enough for anyone.
That's what matters, you know?
That's why I'm unloved.
You're beautiful. Do you feel better now?
No.
Fuck. You're very beautiful.
Zai has succeeded in
This
making
get awkward.
Zai has succeeded in making me feel like a worse person.
This is why I hate women.
Yeah, this is why I hate women. I don't want to talk about my problems. I want to keep them inside and let them bubble up until they explode in a podcast where it's not applicable. Don't you know, Zai?
You need to let those feelings out, though. Not they're just gonna be like repressed and stuff, and one day you're gonna blow up, and
On a
it's not gonna be
podcast
good for you.
Right
yeah.
now? 'Cause that's what we're doing right now. Which is why the podcast will stay. Yeah, podcast is now... No longer are we going to talk about politics or YouTube antics. We're just talk about why I hate myself. There we go.
I like that they started off as, what do you think on the right to die law, and it turned into this.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Here we go. Right
Now
to die law,
Fancy-
full
now Fancy wants
supporter.
to die. Yeah.
I'm
Fancy's
done.
Like, Fancy's like, kill me now.
Kill me now. Yeah, so I can get away from Zai. Ruining my life. It's okay. I do feel better now. Thank you, Zai. I've aired my dirty laundry, and everyone can smell it.
At least it's out there now, so you're gonna feel a little bit better tomorrow. I promise.
I mean, a lot of tweets like with blind date requests on Twitter. I can already check them now.
Just sign up to like Tinder or something.
Funny thing is, someone signed up my email address to like a dating website, and I get so many notifications for that.
Someone.
Is it that is that picture where you're like sitting like it's on your Yogscast wiki.
Oh
the
yeah,
one where
the
he's like,
sexy
"Oh,
pose.
Schmexy."
Yeah, the sexy pose. That's that one.
Yeah, forget about that. No. I don't know if they made like an actual genuine profile for me, but I just know they used my email. So every time like someone tries to send me a message, I get a notification, and it's so annoying.
My goodness. Well, you know
I
what?
could probably mark it as spam. I didn't think about that. Hold up.
Or you could actually accept them.
Or I can forward them to you.
Oh, great. Yeah. No, don't
What's
you
your
know,
email?
Vadact? I only like men. I thought you knew this.
Isn't
There's
there like
Grindr
a
out there.
Tinder for men? Yeah,
Yeah.
Grinder. Yeah.
Grinder?
Is that
Yeah,
what it's
Grindr.
called?
Yeah.
That's the actual name of it. Yeah.
Don't act surprised, Fancy.
We know you're on there.
That's why his voice went all high. Like, woo!
Spanish? Now we're talking.
It's like, damn, everyone knows about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have like fake profiles. The fan fictions are gonna get 10 times worse at this point. Oh. Have you read them, Biggs?
Huh?
Have you read the Chaoscraft fan fictions?
There's Chaoscraft fan
No,
fictions.
I've never read them. No,
They're
never.
disgusting.
I read one, but it was like about being adopted by me or something, and me becoming their mom.
I think there's one with me and Conman. I don't remember.
What?
It's terrible.
I'm gonna Google this after.
I'm sure you can find it. Just tweet out, like, does anyone know where that fan fiction went? There's
Did
one
you write it?
There's two with me and Cora, and it is the most disgusting thing I've ever read in my life. I wouldn't recommend that one. But anywho, I think we've exhausted everything.
I have to take Ricky away from you now.
Yeah, you do.
I gave you 22 minutes extra.
Wow.
So that means he has to leave 22 minutes
Wait,
early next
Is
time.
there a time limit on this thing?
We usually do an hour and a half. Or until we go as long as Zai has the capacity until she kills Biggs. However,
Until I
she's
start
not there
getting
though
pregnant.
right now, so she can't just like force him off the computer.
Trust me, I can.
You can. You just show up right now.
I can. I have my ways.
Whoa. You have like a
This is why I hate women too, Fancy.
yeah. You have a security camera zapper. It's like get off. How long have we been going?
2 hours.
Like
pretty
3
much.
hours.
3 hours.
Too long.
2 hours.
It's a bit
That's
though.
why I joined
stretch.
this. So I can start wrapping it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Wait, did we exhaust all the topics? Did we go through them? Because
No,
I felt like we had
we
a
got
lot.
a couple other ones.
Oh,
Let's go. Michael
let's
Jackson
go.
in Sonic 3. We already did that one. I'm just kidding.
No, we talked about that. There was like nothing to talk about
How
that.
about the Super Bowl?
I'm gonna watch that.
Oh yeah, what teams are you guys supporting? Because I got a question
Broncos.
about this in my comments, and I had no idea what the person was talking about, so I had to
I know
Google it.
nothing about it.
Broncos.
Nothing.
I don't even know. I don't follow it.
The halftime Coldplay is performing. Beyonce is gonna make an appearance. So is Bruno Mars.
Whoa.
Wait, is it like really that
is
that big of a
embarrassing?
deal in America?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that embarrassing? The only girl in here knows more about the Super Bowl than us.
I always watch Super Bowl.
As I've said 1,000 times, we're Minecraft YouTubers.
So am I.
Yeah, but like, you're Spanish.
Wait, what?
I mean, so am I, but that has no indication on whether or not I like the Super Bowl.
Did you understand Spanish, Fancy?
No.
You don't?
I understand a
Shame.
little bit. Like, if Zai were to start cursing me out right now under her breath, I would know.
Oh, that's all you know. From,
Yeah.
like your parents
Everybody
cursing you
knows
out.
the bad words.
Yeah.
That's
gonna-
the first thing you learn.
Yeah, that's the only thing I know. And like, zapatos con queso, so.
What?
I know, right?
Oh,
That's the only thing I don't know. That's all I got from Spanish class.
You learned a lot.
Yeah. I'll say that like at like Mexican restaurants, and they're just like, "What?" They're just you, right? Translation: it means like shoes with cheese. And I think I
I love
said that
someone-
once, thinking
I love someone in my chat. Silly Americans and their massive bowls.
massive.
Wow.
Oh, there is the puppy bowl as well, and the kitten bowl. Don't forget that. That's also a
Wait,
big
what?
deal.
A
There's
kitten
the puppy
bowl.
bowl.
I've heard no such things.
They
I
get
can
like
actually watch that.
they get like cute little kittens that are up for adoption, and then they have like little mini footballs around, and then they run back and forth, and it's the cutest little thing ever. I think it's
I
on
wonder
now.
if I can get my cat to do it. That would be
I think your
interesting.
cat would sooner play football than do that. I don't.
Cats
know.
are great.
I don't like cats. I'm allergic to
They
cats.
don't like you.
I'm
That's why-
allergic to cats.
It's quite funny because I'm pretty sure no cat likes their human owner.
I like
I
doggies.
swear they're plotting to kill us, and it's
I
great.
think so too.
Doggies are the cutest thing ever. You can't beat them.
See, I don't discriminate, Fancy, so you shouldn't either.
What do you mean?
Exactly.
Animals are animals.
Why can't
They
you just
should be
love all
loved.
of them?
Because
Exactly.
they don't love me. Like women. Full
Oh, God.
circle.
Nobody loves you.
Nobody loves
That's
me.
the thing. I
Aw.
actually do feel really bad for you
Yeah, it's
now.
okay.
Like I might start being nice to you.
Might.
Just a little bit.
Might.
Maybe you'll give me that extra 23 minutes on the podcast more often.
Yeah, I will.
It's about damn time. Thank goodness. You brought up some repressed memories,
You're welcome.
My day's ruined.
See, I knew I should have been a psychologist.
Yeah. You're
Would've
pretty
been
good
really
at it.
good.
Is that their job, just to ruin people's day?
Yeah.
Yes.
Make you cry.
So wait, is Keemstar our psychologist as well?
No, Keemstar's an asshole.
Yep.
Assholes and psychiatrists both make you cry. Different reasons. Actually, the same reason. 'Cause they reveal that you're a piece of shit.
Aw. Fantasy, do you hate yourself? Is that the thing?
Do I hate myself? Nah, I'm good.
Aw.
I'm a stronger guy because of it.
We're gonna start a hashtag pray for fancy.
Pray for
Just
fancy.
because
Thank you so
I
much.
think you need it.
I could use
You
it.
need something.
I'll just. You know what? Maybe I've been ignoring the big chicks so long.
Maybe.
They're the ones that show you love.
Oh God. I'm like 110 pounds. This is like a
That's
bad
the,
idea.
that's the secret, Fancy.
Yeah. Big
Could you
chicks
imagine
love-
you walking down the street with some huge chick?
Oh my God, she's just carrying me. This is the worst thing. She's like 7 feet tall. Ugh. Ew. I don't know about
You'll
that
grow
idea.
to love them. That's all I gotta say. It'll
What?
be alright. You'll grow to love them.
I don't know about that. This is the worst topic ever. Zybubs loves this, I bet.
Next week's topic: why Fancy hates women.
My fancy hates women. Right, the underlying truth behind it all.
Yeah, and then you could talk about why men and women are so different.
Well, it's because one has a penis, It's that easy. I'm sorry.
I think you're starting to get kind of angry now.
Now, this is the reason.
God.
Okay, here we go. This is why it's not called the Chaoscraft Podcast. I can't say that in a Chaoscraft podcast.
I called it a Chaos Craft podcast.
It would be a terrible idea. See, we can get
I
truthful.
just call it a podcast.
This is why everyone wants to be on the podcast. They can see things they normally wouldn't. I don't know, Zai. I don't know why we're different. We use our left hemisphere more, I think.
It's one of them that we use for.
It's all that testosterone. So manly.
I just think guys just try to act dumb on purpose.
On purpose?
Yeah. Just so that they're like, oh, I didn't know that's what you meant when you
No.
said you were okay.
No, I
I
okay.
didn't know you wanted me to keep asking you what was
No,
wrong.
I'm
No,
I'm like
women are
the
very
guinea pig.
cryptic about everything,
No,
though. So
yeah,
we gotta
I
guess.
know this. See, I can tell you, I can't read girls. I can't read anyone. I don't know what
But
they
if-
want from me.
If you know girls are cryptic, why don't you try to uncrypt it?
No, see, I have, and then I get heartbroken.
That's
And-
like cracking the Da Vinci Code. No one has done that before.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like, okay, maybe I should read the signs. Maybe this girl likes me. Turns out, I was wrong. Because they're too. Just be outright. Just be truthful. I don't need this. I don't want to read. I don't read your hair twirls
Well,
and
girls
like.
don't want guys to like them like that.
I'm sorry. Well,
Like,
okay.
You can't let a girl know you like her because then she
what?
won't like you back.
If I don't
like-
let them know, then I just end up being alone.
You're gonna be alone anyway.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
It's
told
just
Zai that. Like,
confusing.
I told Zai she looked old, she was wrinkly, all kinds of stuff.
Wow, that's how. That's how
He
you
was
do
really
it.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't because the minute like a girl knows you like her, you just become boring. It's not exciting anymore. You got to play it cool, you know?
That's like reverse
That's how messed up girls are.
This is evil. This is just evil. This is
It is
social
true, though.
manipulation.
I will admit, girls are like screwed up in the head.
I know.
Including-
I know this, Zai. You don't have to tell me.
It's like when I say I'm okay, I want you to keep asking me to make sure I am okay.
You're like-
But then if I really am okay and you keep asking me, I'm going to get annoyed that you keep asking me.
This is why I'm alone.
See, Fancy, are you the type of person that will go like if someone says I'm okay, you just like accept that.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. You don't ask any more questions.
I could. Okay, and then it's like.
Because
and
then
it-
you can say the person is lying because they're not okay.
No.
I don't like liars.
Here we go. Like, and then if you're upset, maybe I want to let you sit there and just like you deal with your own internal problems.
You
Then
do
you don't-
it.
I'll
but
come
then
back later.
You don't care if you don't approach the situation, then you don't care.
Like, okay, and then they're like, I'm fine. And I'm like, oh, are you sure? And they're like, I'm fine.
I never do that. I am not like that at all.
Zai, you're one person out of 3 billion. The rest are crazy. Even if you don't, for every one Zai, there's 1,000 that are just like, I want you to show concern, but don't help in any meaningful way. Whatsoever. It's like, that's not.
I think we just play too many like emotional games, to be honest.
And I get hurt. I don't need to be manipulated.
I get her. Ah.
I don't want that.
It always goes back to Fancy being heartbroken.
Just be
Always.
truthful. Why do you gotta hurt? Why do you have to lie and show deceit?
If there's any honest girls out there watching this podcast right now, just hit up Fancy, okay?
I just want the truth.
Hold on, Fancy. I think I got a solution.
You're
The guy
saying-
in my chat is creating a love robot for all hopeless lovers.
I'm gonna be like,
Problem solved.
I'm gonna be the topic of all the dank memes this week.
Oh. Are we talking about dank memes? I'm interested.
We're talking about dank memes?
Because I need those for my videos.
No. Yeah, there you go. All you ladies out there,
All you single ladies, put a
stop.
ring on it.
Just stop. Just be just be normal. Be a person.
Yeah.
We can't, because we have to know that you guys care. And the only way to do that is to play mental games with you guys.
Just
Yeah, but,
ask
like,
me.
If a
Damn
guy
it.
states he cares, like, I don't think you should question that.
But you have to, because you have to be sure.
Here we go. A man reading a woman we're blind. We are blind. We cannot see your little things. You think?
What?
This is hold on. Poor choice of words. I can't read your hints. I can't read you.
See, I bet girls talk in, like, Sims language. That's why we don't understand them.
Like I can't read body language either. I don't know. Girls think they're like throwing themselves out there. I don't see that. I can't read you. I don't know what you're saying. Vocalize. Use your mouth, girl. That's all. Poor choice of words.
I can't see your little things. Use your mouth, girl.
Oh my god.
Wow.
There we go. Turns out I'm just an idiot.
Because you say things like that. That's why I don't like you.
I say stupid shit like this. It's not that I can't read them. It's because I'm an asshole. Oh my god. I have there was no solution.
It's all right. Tato from my chat is gonna get his sex changed just for you, Fancy.
Thank goodness.
See, there's a lot of support in my chat right now for you, Fancy. So that's why you should live stream on Twitch.
Yeah. I'm just getting shat on my chat. I haven't read my chat. I don't know. Let me see.
Spam.
No, someone was like, are we allowed to ask questions on this podcast? No, you're not.
Don't get involved, guys. Step aside.
You're
Professionals.
just here to listen.
Yeah.
That is it. No input.
Yeah, we have to know. Yeah, here we go. It's getting serial HD. We have to know that you guys care a few minutes earlier. You can't show us that you like us, because then you become boring. See?
Who said that?
You said that. That was you. See? Girls are messed up in the head.
But you just, it's almost like, this is the best way to describe it. It's like, you know in Minecraft how you have the pig and then you could get the carrot and it'll follow you?
Yeah.
You kind of have to always keep the carrot out of reach, but it's still there. So it's like, you have to show that you care, but not fully, because it's
Basically, you can
So
never
wait.
relax.
No,
You
no, no,
can
no,
never
no. Wait a
relax.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So girls are like, yeah, we gotta see that you actually fully care, but like you shouldn't show that you fully care. What?
No, you have to show you fully care in girl language.
Exactly.
Oh, so you gotta be an asshole.
Yeah, you just punch them in the face. They'll love you.
Got it. Noted. I will start rugby tackling all the girls
It's like, yo, girl.
to show that I care.
I think this podcast is showing Fancy's like angry, aggressive side.
And I'm just.
It's great though.
What happened to just having a girl be your friend?
Next
Partner in
thing,
crime.
he's gonna.
Come
start
That is
saying
how.
to
That
this
is the key. You have to just be friends first. You know.
Never works.
Maybe that girl that you were after, you just came on too strong, and she was like, "Whoa, back up a second."
Oh my god.
You know?
That never happened. It's terrible. I can't do this. It's too much stress. I'd rather. This is why I'm a computer engineer. I'd rather do that than socialize on this deep level. It's terrible.
You just have to find a girl that's going to be your friend for a while until she realizes that she has feelings for you, and then your relationship.
And then I
will
gotta
blossom.
whip out the carrot, but like not give it to her.
No, no. What?
I'm sorry. This is the best podcast ever. I'm sorry.
It's a great podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'll figure it out. My goodness.
One day.
I'm always here for advice if you need it. Okay.
Yeah. I found that
Moral of the story: go buy some carrots. That's it.
yeah. You don't have to try my carrot. High school girls are stupid. I found that out. But college girls are a bit more mature. I think they finally figured out that their ploys are stupid.
But
I
then you
just
said-
don't
But then you
think.
said you've got no girls in your class.
Well, that's the thing. But like the ones I've met are normal, which is wonderful.
I don't think people in high school should date, to be honest, because I feel like people that date in high school, not all of them, I won't say all of them because you have the stories of like high school sweethearts, blah, 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 but most of them, I feel like people just get in relationships because that's the thing that you're supposed to kind of do, you
The
know?
thing-
Like,
Yeah,
like-
they feel the pressure of doing that.
In my opinion, a high school when you find that high school sweetheart, it's because both of them are acting like adults and are mature about it. It's not.
so
like,
basically, you were half of that sweetheart, but the other girl wasn't.
yeah.
when you were-
There's nothing wrong with
He
me.
was
It's just.
dumb.
Should I just get buff? Is that all I need to do? Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
It's like
You have to
every
become
buff guy
a
you see
bro
now,
or a
Fancy,
lad,
you hate him.
basically.
I just hate my. Yeah, there we go. We went from like confident
you walk-
self-image to me hating my body.
You walk past the gym and you're just like, oh,
I hate
I
those.
hate
I can't gain
people.
weight. It's terrible. Like, I've been trying to. You know how long I've been eating cake like consecutively, like every day. It's
Did
Eat
terrible.
ice cream.
Did she break up with you because you were skinny? Is that what she said?
No, because she was.
Because she was 14 and all she wanted was a relationship
muscle.
that
There was
looked
there
cool
was
from
two.
the outside.
There was the first one and then the second one. The
Oh,
first one is
my.
just stupid. She's just a terrible person. I hope she's watching.
You should like link her this podcast.
The second one was in high school, and I don't know. She just had like, it was just, I guess, just not her time to be in a relationship. Except for the next one that she
the
got
next
with.
week.
I don't know. I don't keep up with her personal life.
Yes, you do. You're just a stalker now.
But like,
So
come
what is she
on.
doing today, Fancy?
What?
You
check her
probably
face-
stalk her.
Yeah,
too.
stalk her
Check her
Facebook.
Still have
Facebook
her
every
on
day.
Snapchat.
Yeah, I watch every single one of her Snapchat stories and then cry to myself. I don't know. I'm not a stalker. I don't care. I'm just doing my thing.
The Fancy, are you the type of guy to like go up to girls? Like you saw a girl in college, would you go up to her?
Sometimes. I don't know. I try to socialize. It just.
So, what's your method?
What's
How do
my
you do it?
method?
Yeah.
Here we go. See,
How
this
do
is
you
where
slide in?
because girls are so stupid. They want
Oh,
hints.
forget that there's a girl in here. Girl,
Here's
I
the
think that's
thing.
where you could
Is
be
that how you
going
go up
wrong.
to her? You're like, hey, stupid.
you're so stupid.
Just like, oh hey. No, see, here we go. I've learned to play their hints. So I can't just go up to them and say hi. They want it to be magical. So I interact by accident. I see a girl on a couch in like in the hall. What I'll do is I'll go around back and then go upstairs. So I'll walk down the stairs and sit next to her, like in an adjacent couch by accident. So getting those hints, like, oh hey,
smooth.
how's it going?
Smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. There you go. This is what's messed up with my head. I have to be so analytical just to interact with girls so they are mildly interested in what I have to say. Because all you have, if you talk to me for more than 5 seconds, I'm a normal person, but they don't want to talk to me.
Look,
So what
Fancy, you
happens
will
after
find her
those
one
5
day.
seconds,
Don't worry.
Fancy?
And it's
What-
stupid because like
What happens after those 5 seconds? You sit down. You've made your
made my
tactical trip around the
no,
back.
I
to sit
okay,
down.
so I
Then
discovered
what happens?
girls don't care about what I care about. They're not interested in what I care about. So
What happens after you say hey?
I've mastered small talk. Like, oh, how was your weekend? Like, oh, I talk like, oh, you do something fun. Was that good for you? Oh, great. My small talk game is so strong, but they don't care. They never goes past that. What am I supposed to be like? Oh, I love you. I don't know
Maybe
the
that's
next.
where the problem is. You shouldn't fall in love that quickly.
Yeah.
I don't because it's terrible. I can't do it.
It's actually so funny. Not your misfortune, but this
That was
podcast.
small talk's a bit weird though, Fancy. Oh, was that good for you?
Well,
Like,
it's a bridge.
definitely.
I'm fine.
I'd be like, what?
I'm abridging it. It's not awkward like that. Depends on the
Maybe
situation.
you just have to wait for the day that a girl goes up to you instead.
I just want to talk
Yeah,
about
but
how
that's
good the
not
Revenant
socially
was.
acceptable,
My
is it
goodness.
now?
What?
What?
Like girl walking up to a guy, because it's always expected of the guy to walk up to a girl.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
do that.
well, it's like the whole feminist movement going on, you know. So they're probably nowadays
movement,
it's like
my goodness.
girls are gonna go start grabbing your butts instead now.
Thank
you
you.
know?
Whoa, too far.
I need attention. Let's go. Grab my butt, like
Fancy doesn't mind.
Fancy wants that.
because no, it's like
That's a lot easier.
well, like okay, when any girl I talk to is a brick wall, I'm sorry, grab my butt. I don't. That was a bit far. However, it is true. I kid, but
Maybe
So have
you
you
just
got-
have to wait for
Fancy,
it to
have you got
happen
any, like-
naturally.
Have you got any horror stories? Like you've tried and they just like blatantly.
oh yeah,
went-
like I try talking to them and then they don't reply, and I'm sitting at a bus stop. I'm like, oh, okay, screw you.
Like you've said hi and they just like nothing.
Yeah, it was like we were waiting for the bus, and I come up like, oh, and the bus leaves. I'm like, oh man, missed the bus. She's like, mm-hmm. Like, okay, my
You
goodness.
gotta try it again.
Try again next. Oh yeah, wait for the
You not
bus
hear
to
me?
leave, and then walk up. Oh man, missed the bus. Just like that. It was the worst. No words were spoken afterwards. I was like, this is the worst. I'll remember you.
I will stalk you.
I'm kind of scared Fancy's gonna like turn into a serial killer.
I'm not a
Like,
serial killer. I'm just like,
You didn't speak to me.
I'm just frustrated. You can't. I don't know. I don't like these games. Not for me. I just want a friend. That's all I want. I just want to talk to. I just want to be able to tell them how good the Revenant was. That shit
That
was
was-
good. No one
That
cares.
was-
One day, it'll happen one day, Fancy. You can't rush it.
I'll just switch to. I'll just make an Ina Harmony account. And yeah, meet some 30-year-old woman. This is terrible.
That's the thing. Online, you can meet I can't speak.
Like-minded people.
Like-minded people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true. I'll join some clubs, and there are no good clubs either. At
Don't
my
join
school,
clubs.
it's like the electrical engineer club and the anime club, and that's it.
Don't join the clubs.
Anime. Oh god.
I will not join the anime club. That's something that's not
How will
happening.
be the death of you?
That's where the big chicks are at. I'm just kidding. Please don't unsubscribe. I kid. I don't know. Fancy your. Let me read the chat for a little bit. Just play my cello, dude. Says Alvarez. That's all I gotta do. Sammy Williams. Women are hard to read. My girlfriend is a nightmare. Nice. Sweet. Forever Alone Fancy.
Relationship goals.
Zybubs. Cora, please don't ignore me. Nice. Yeah, that's about it. They're just so intently listening.
I think that one day you will meet someone fancy. and it'll be great.
My
lose
biological
hope.
clock is ticking.
See, you shouldn't force it though.
I'm not forcing
Just
it.
wait it out.
Okay, so I'm just okay, but like you have to talk to people. Because I found that when I don't force it, I end up not talking to anyone.
I do kind of feel like there's like two types of girls. There's the girls that are like in college and stuff, and they want to be really social and stuff, and they are the ones that will like go to clubs and stuff like that, like nightclubs, not like anime club fancy. And you have those girls, and then you have the other girls that are, let's say, they might be more into what they're studying at school, that are maybe a bit more mature in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the girls that are hard to talk to, because I think they're the girls that are like, why the heck is this guy
It's
just coming
almost
up talking to
like
me?
those are the girls that I would like to speak with, but then they don't want to talk to me because they're too busy.
But it's not. I don't think you should take it so personally. Like they don't want to.
I don't
talk to
take no.
you.
I don't take it personally. I just, like I said, they're just.
You're more likely to just meet that person one day when you're not trying to create a small talk or anything like that. Like it just happens, you know.
No, I know this, but I
You
do
don't.
the small talk because they don't speak. I don't
Because that's how
freaking-
they are. They will speak to you when they feel comfortable.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I'm just a
You just
creep.
have to stalk them and know where they go every single day, and then just show up.
See, this is
And then slowly they'll get more comfortable with you.
yeah.
I'm just telling you the truth here.
Right. See, now there's a line
Stop
because I
them.
have to do that, but I can't talk about it. It's like, yeah, funny meeting you here at Chipotle at midnight.
Yeah, she's just saying they've got to get used to seeing you. So maybe show yourself, but don't talk to them. Just let them keep seeing you in familiar places,
Wonderful.
and then
Yeah.
eventually one day, that's it.
Yeah, one day maybe she'll talk to you instead, and then it'll be magical.
No way.
He's like, oh, I've seen you here about 100 times.
And you're always staring at me.
At my house.
Coincidence.
Oh, damn. I'll figure it out. Can't be that hard. My goodness. 40 years later. I'm dead. Alone.
Do you feel like that's the only thing missing from your life now, Fancy?
I could use some more money. Those game deals, though. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. However, it doesn't dictate my life. Like right now, I'm not gonna which is why it's buried deep down inside, because I don't need a lady right now. I don't really care. I try, but I'm not like, does not, my
You're not
life.
like desperate for
No, I'm not.
a lady friend.
Think of
Do you
it
have-
that
do you
way.
have
You're
any-
gonna finish your college with good grades because there's gonna be no one to distract you.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
then I meet no one because
Do
I'm
you have
not in
any
college anymore.
Girl friends?
Hmm?
Do you have any friends that are girls?
Yeah,
In
Maybe
college?
one of them you'll fall in love with one day.
great. No, they all like idiots.
But that's the thing. They like idiots right now because maybe they just haven't matured in that sense yet. And then one day they will, and then they'll realize Fancy was there all along.
Yeah, and now he makes money because engineer and not working at McDonald's.
Is that
Yeah,
what you're
exactly.
relying on?
Exactly.
That's my one.
Just waiting on his job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at me now.
look at me now, please, please. I'm not poor.
No, it's funny though, because like all of the cool guys from school, that's basically what happens to them. Like
It
not
really
even
is.
kidding. I pretty much like all of the
Chavs.
cool kids from school, they're basically like Neds now, and all they do is just like work, spend all the money on drinks at the weekend, and they're poor. And I'm just like,
It
"Oh, I'm
really
just
is
gonna
true.
Save money.
Like people always
Yeah.
say, like, oh, the popular kids end up making nothing, and it kind of is that way.
So yeah, that's the gratification socially, and I have to do it through my homework, and that just so happens to make my career more viable, I guess. I don't know, but then I don't talk to people. I don't know anymore. I'm more confused than I was before.
You know, we haven't talked about bad acting girls just yet. Should we like talk about bad acting? Yeah,
Please.
3300.
Leave me alone.
There's nothing
bad.
interesting going on there.
So who's the love interest in your life, Vadact? Tell us about it.
His mom.
Well, wow,
Aw.
wow.
I kid. Always love your mom. Not in a girlfriend way, because that's weird.
She cooks really well. So
No, she
no.
does. It's great. It's excellent.
Yeah.
not that I know what your mom's food is like.
Yeah.
Yeah, dinner date.
I
with
heard
Vadact's
that
mom.
one before.
Betsy's so desperate now, he's going off people's mouths.
Your mom makes nice macaroni, huh?
You got a number, Vadact? That's what he's going to ask you next.
Call her on Skype. Mama.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like right now, I'm kind of glad my relationship ended, like not too long ago.
Yeah, screw her.
Because
What a bitch.
she's just kind of
Best thing that
bitch.
ever happened to me getting rid of that bitch.
Oh my god. Careful. Careful what you say, Biggs.
You might be watching. I'm sorry. No, now Vadac's gone quiet.
Like, oh my god.
I just lost. I don't know. Like, I feel like I just don't want it yet. I've had one like recently, and I was like, nah, I'll wait it out until
Are you
like
more
I'm
kind
set.
of like if it happens, it happens?
Yeah, I don't want to force it because that's not the thing on my mind at the moment. I'd much rather just like focus on work and get to the point where I can live comfortably, and then I can like set up a family and everything. Right now, I just feel like nah.
Gosh,
I don't
you're
wanna
going from no girlfriend to like wife, kids, family.
Basically. Yeah.
Sounds
I don't know though. I don't know. I got burnt on relationships.
Wow,
Girls
same.
are weird. They're weird, dude. They're weird. Like I just don't understand them.
You never will. It's just never gonna happen.
You see,
I
like,
promise.
my last one wasn't an awkward walk down the stairs at the right moment. It was normal, and it's never happened again. So sad.
That doesn't mean
See,
it's
do you
not
do
gonna
anything
happen.
outside of school though?
No, I
Honestly.
play Minecraft.
Yeah,
do-
but you don't know.
Dude, I have long days, and I'm too tired, and I just want to go home.
See, the struggle of hardworking people, basically.
Yeah. Like, what am
Don't
I
have
gonna
time
do?
for
Go sit around until like I don't meet someone? Great. I'll join the anime club. It's about time. Watch some
Yeah.
One Punch Man.
I had someone on Facebook that was into anime, and then he started posting weird stuff of like anime with like really big boobs and stuff. It creeped me out, so I unfriended
Ew.
him on Facebook. I was like, I,
I,
think
I
you're
never
into weird
understood
stuff.
anime.
You're into weird stuff.
I mean, anime by itself is fine, but there's an extreme.
Yeah, but
anything
there are
to-
some guys that are into
The
some
only-
weird anime stuff.
The
Yeah.
only anime I've ever watched is Pokemon, and that is it.
You would be classified as a dirty casual. To the anime
Filthy
subculture.
pleb.
Yeah, filthy pleb. That ain't anime. You haven't seen
See-
this advanced anime that I watch on a
I
daily
watched
basis.
like animes maybe when I was, I don't know, 5 or 6. I kind of, I don't know.
I mean,
it's
it's a
just
nice-
like a cartoon.
It's a
not
nice
my
art
thing
style,
anymore.
I guess, but like, it's the culture that I don't connect
I feel
with.
like I don't appreciate it as I should. I just find it weird how like grown up adults watch like anime and they like fall in love with them. It's
Well,
like,
okay,
wait,
well,
what?
some anime is for adults, and then some anime is like fan service anime. And people watch it, they're like, "Oh my god, my baby, my anime baby, I love you so much," because they can't find social interaction outside of their anime.
Is that going to be you?
No.
You might resort to anime.
Yeah, for my lady friend fix. There we go. Now I have to join the anime club. Damn it. I'm now a weirdo.
Gotta get that membership.
No, it's free. Don't worry. Subscribe to Crunchyroll.
They're that desperate to get more members in.
I don't even. No, there's a lot. I don't know. I'm not embedded in that culture. I can't talk about it. I don't know. I don't know what goes down. I don't know what goes on in their heads. Like I have a friend who, hey phone, he watches anime. That's all he does. He just watches it because it sometimes has good narrative and such.
See, I can appreciate anime music. I've never seen like very much any anime recently, since I was like maybe, I don't know, 12. But I've heard like anime music and it's good.
The music's nice.
Thing as
The
anime
music's
music?
nice. Yeah, well, it's not like typical. It's not a genre, but it's like music that you would hear in a film, and it's really good.
Yeah.
Like cinematic style music.
Yeah, they have sometimes orchestral scores, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I listened to stuff from like Fairy Tale. And it's like one of the best music I've heard.
Sometimes the reaching for good qualities of anime. It's like, oh, the animation's cool. Yeah, it's nice. I don't know. I don't want to talk about anime.
I'm not really big into like anime or like Japanese culture. Really, it's just weird to me.
Oh, they make good
Like
games.
even Japanese like games, they're odd.
Yeah,
so-
Simulator. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, okay. That's a very specific. I've played like there are some very good Japanese games, like Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, but I feel like it's more of a has a Western feel to it.
Yeah,
It's not like
it does,
strictly.
but it's very. If you play it
Asian.
for more than 10 minutes, you can see it's very Japanese. I guess it's not weird Japanese.
That's the thing. Like everything there is so over the top. I feel like
You could say Metal Gear's over the top. This is why
I've seen like bits of it, and it looks kind of ridiculous sometimes.
I don't know. It's the subculture of anime. You have anime, and then you have anime.
And then you got like the
Stop.
anime fetish,
Uh,
and those are just sad
I don't
people.
want to talk about anime anymore. This is how we steal Zai from her stream. It's worked.
That's my master plan for next week.
Yeah?
Where he's not allowed to do it at all.
I'm
Apparently
borrowing
someone-
time from next week's podcast.
Yes, and you're over by like an hour now.
Oh God.
So
No.
you're not getting him.
Go until 9 p.m. 24-hour live stream. Remember that, Zai? Remember that?
Oh, yeah. But you were. You let those people down. You lied.
I I was so tired, and you tweeted that I was doing a 24-hour live stream.
How did that go, by the way? Because I was considering that, and I don't know if I.
I
Can
left
sit-
30 minutes later.
Oh.
No, you streamed for about 3 hours, right? And then we started tweeting that, and then
No, it was
went
like
on-
12. It was the longest stream ever.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You like it was about 3 hours, and then you was like, right, I think I might end now. And we were like, no, 24-hour live stream. You kept going for about another 2 hours.
It was the worst. And we burned down Comment's house. It was great. See, that was funny because Biggs wasn't delusional from fatigue. He just burnt down Comment's house.
I was delusional. I'm going with that.
I've always wanted to do a 24-hour stream. I just don't know if I
Nope.
could survive.
I'm considering one for 100K, just like a charity thing,
Not
but
even
I don't know
once.
if I can sit through that.
24 hours is a lot. I think 12
Yeah.
hours is a good one.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm debating. If I should do 12 or 24.
Here's what you do. Just switch off people. Cycle them.
Yeah, but you have to sit in front of a computer for 24 hours. It's just
I can't do that. I
You
cannot
do that anyway.
It's like terrible for your brain. Your
I
brain will
need
hate you
sleep.
for like a week. It's just not healthy.
Yeah.
People have
Yeah,
died playing
I've
games
done 24
consecutively.
hours just awake without being on a computer, and that messes you up.
Yeah.
You sit there on a computer 24 hours. So
It messes you up for like
afterwards
a week. It's a terrible idea.
I swear, I'm like a baby for staying up late and like pulling all-nighters. Because I swear, I would just pussy out every single time and just go to sleep somewhere.
Yep.
I just can't do it.
The last time
I
I
just
stayed
feel
up,
like it's such a waste of time.
the last time I stayed up until like 5, I think I was just playing like Monster Hunter 3 with my cousin. No other time have I stayed up that late in recent memory by accident. And that was like willing. I don't know. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. It's not good for yourself. It's not healthy at all.
Mm.
You go insane. What was it like? It takes 3 days and people start dying.
Well, no sleep for
Yeah.
3 days, you'll die.
People have died. It's I think through dehydration. I think someone was playing a Diablo 3 for 3 days consecutively, and I think he died.
I
That
thought
was in
somebody
Japan,
died when they
wasn't
were
it?
playing World of Warcraft or something. Or like their baby
know
died or
there's-
something.
Yeah, I heard that one, that they forgot to feed their baby.
Oh my
And the
goodness!
baby died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It's crazy, isn't it? what-
24-hour stream with a challenge. No piss breaks.
Screw that. It's not a challenge.
My chat is messed up.
You know, there's this like myth that someone died because their bladder exploded.
Ew.
I mean, you can just.
It was back in the day when there was like they had like all the queens and kings and stuff, and you weren't allowed to leave the room before royalty or something. So he held his wee wee all the whole entire time, and then it exploded and he died.
Just take
Wait,
a piss
is that like an actual thing, or is this like a fairy tale?
No, it's like it's supposed to be a true story kind of thing.
Oh.
I only speak facts.
By holding your feet.
But bladder explosion.
Yeah, and then image.
Don't Google that.
images.
I think that's a bad idea to Google that.
Health risks from holding your pee. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Gotta go.
And for your health. The longer you hold your urine, the bladder can become a breeding ground for bacteria to grow, which can lead to
Oh, no.
infections, which can spread to kidneys and cause greater damage to the body. I think he just exploded. I don't think it was the bladder.
Just straight up exploded.
A normal urination rate is 8 to 10 times a day? Damn.
What?
That sounds like when they tried to tell you that you should be drinking like 10 bottles of water a day.
8 times a day.
What,
That's
Biggs?
crazy.
You pissed 20?
No, that's a lot.
Yeah.
8 times a
Look,
day.
there was a Danish astronomer who worked for the king. His bladder exploded. Yeah, see, I told you I speak facts.
Pixar didn't happen.
It was in 1546.
Wow. Well documented, I guess.
No, they dug up his body and then looked at his bones and found that it was not poisoning like they thought. It was actually a bladder explosion.
Wow.
Maybe.
It sounds like he tried to go, and then there was a blockage, and then it created pressure from that.
No, it exploded because he was holding it too long.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Pressure. Okay, you can't explode just from like. You'd have to. It would have to rupture. From
Yeah,
the
but-
pressure.
No matter what, the body will try to, like, you'll wee yourself first, unless something stops you from weeing yourself.
Exactly.
and
So
try
there
to
has to be a
put it in or
blockage.
not.
Like he was passing a kidney stone at the same time. Couldn't go.
I
Exploded.
just find it amazing how he got onto this topic.
It's just how podcasts go.
That is great.
Notice how we always stop an hour and a half because right after that it starts to get weird.
It's true.
That's like with any podcast I watch, really.
Mm-hmm.
They just incredibly weird.
Because like there's nothing's taboo in a podcast.
All I really want to know is if kidney stones for guys are really as bad as birth for women.
As what?
As bad as giving birth for women.
I think it's a different type of pain.
I don't think it's.
One thing is that when you give birth, certain muscles loosen so that you can pass a baby through. When you pass a kidney stone, you have a straw, and you're going to shove a rock through it. The rock's too big. Sorry. Just going to scratch that up.
Yeah, but then you're trying to make it seem like, oh, childbirth is easy because the muscles relax.
What I'm saying is that the body is designed for childbirth. It is not designed for kidney stones. So, also, it's hard to measure pain. Women have a higher pain tolerance than men.
But no matter what, it's like a kidney stone. How long will that take to pass? Childbirth, like labor, could be like hours and hours and hours of pain.
Do you know, Zai? No.
Nah. I'm not having kids.
Unless you have passed a kidney stone and given birth, there's not a real significant way to judge this. You could say
I think it's just like, I think what it boils down to is guys are not built to tolerate as much pain as women.
they're not, and
wait,
women
Wait. Don't women get kidney stones?
they don't have
Yeah,
a
but I
penis.
don't think it's as bad for women because
You're telling me
they
that
don't.
never
They don't.
a woman who's had a kid and had a kidney stone?
No, but you have to think about a guy, like a guy's,
scratching the
thingy thing.
inside. Ugh.
Like a woman doesn't have such a long passageway like a guy. You know what I mean?
And you're not designed to pass kidney stones. You're like your body's purpose is to make babies. It's designed to do that regardless of pain.
Yeah, but don't try to downplay it by saying, well, it's meant to happen.
I don't care. Okay, a throbbing pain versus ripping open your penis.
Wait, are you trying to say
giving birth is a throbbing
it's just
pain?
throbbing pain?
I don't even know. I don't know. I haven't given birth. Neither of you, so you don't know.
Oh my gosh. I've watched a video on it and it was the most horrific thing I've ever experienced.
You know what? Okay, watch a video of a man passing a kidney stone.
That won't be bad. It's not bloody and like freaking bones separating and things tearing.
But there will be tears. I don't care. Why does this matter? Who cares if you experience more pain? Why does it matter? It just is.
Because women should be given credit for what they put up
They
with.
do.
It's not and somebody shouldn't sit there and say it's just throbbing pain.
I don't know. You're trying to make an argument. Okay, here we go. Women experience more pain through childbirth than a man passing a kidney stone. Sure. Okay.
Someone said childbirth is a choice, so kidney stones isn't necessarily a choice.
Yeah,
That is true.
that's right.
Well, it was a choice because you should have taken care of your body.
Is
And then you
is
wouldn't
it
have
though?
a kidney stone. Yeah. Because how do you get kidney stones?
So then birth is a choice and kidney stones are a choice. Then it doesn't matter.
But I still think childbirth is more painful.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. Like, who cares? Like why? But why does it matter? Like,
I don't remember how we got onto this topic.
but it like even if you experience more pain than another person, great. I don't want to give birth to a child. I don't want that pain.
Kind of like saying, what's more painful, getting stabbed or getting shot? You don't want either to happen. You
Like,
know?
yeah.
I can't wait for the day that guys can have babies.
Zai, I'm not entirely sure if you know what you're talking about.
That probably would be like a feminist movement as well. Get guys
It
to
It
have
was
babies.
this guy, right? That like technically he had his sex
He was a
changed, so
woman.
he is now a man.
Okay.
Had a baby,
What?
but he was a woman because then he got
No,
a
but
sex
he
change.
wasn't. He didn't have a sex change because he still had a womb.
Okay. So was he a woman and then
No, he was legally like a man now. And he
Legally
had
a
a
man,
baby.
but he wasn't physically a man. He still
But
had a
he
womb.
still has-
That's why he could carry the baby.
he was a
Can
woman
he-
though?
No,
He used to be.
He was a woman. Yes.
Okay, then it is still a woman genetically.
Yeah, well, I can't wait till the day that they could like put a womb in a guy's body and make him have a baby.
Why would you want to do that?
Isn't there a movie on that? Arnold Schwarzenegger. He gets pregnant or something.
What?
What?
There's a
Wait,
mo-
what?
there's a movie
Terminator
where,
3.
There's a movie where
The
like a
highlight
man
of his
gets
career.
pregnant. I'm telling you, there is. I'm gonna find it.
What the hell?
I've never heard of that.
What?
This is silly. You'd have to like replace an entire like. There's a lot. Okay,
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's called
the
Junior.
hormones in a
Like-
woman's body are different from a men's. You would have to literally become. I don't even know. Like, there's so many things that
That's the
there's a
movie, yeah.
balance. Like if I'm like the hormone levels, I'm sure would cause birth defects. Even if a man had the parts.
Oh my gosh, there is actually a movie.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
Was it
Sounds-
good?
I can't really remember. All I know is just weird. That's all I remember from it. Arnold Schwarzenegger was pregnant.
This is the worst.
Alejandro said that we're lucky there aren't extreme feminists in here.
I don't care.
Could we be in trouble?
It's my podcast.
I'm gonna call up the feminists.
Yeah, do it right now. Let's go. Here we go. Unpopular opinion. Women look better when they shave their legs. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Oh no, you didn't.
I didn't believe that happened until I saw like a senior that just had super hairy legs, and it was. I mean, feminist movement is great and all.
Like on a quick note, what do you guys feel about the whole like feminist movement going on now?
It's okay. If
It's
it would
ridiculous.
see this
Just quickly, because I have an opinion on it.
the extreme feminist movement is stupid. Feminist as an idea is okay. The idea that women deserves to be equal than men, but some people saying that women like it's almost like an attack on men. It's turned
Yeah.
on, which
Well,
is
I
They
kind of feel
basically.
like... Go
Yeah,
on.
go ahead. Sorry.
You go. Go ahead.
Okay.
Speak.
no, you go,
No, you go. No, you go.
you hang up.
That is always so awkward because then you don't know if it's rude to start speaking.
Just go.
Go.
fine. I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, like, but then feminists are like, oh yeah, we fight for equal rights, but then the extreme feminists are like, yeah, men are assholes and women are better. It's like, wait, didn't you start like saying we should have equal rights?
Like, oh, here
I
we go.
think-
This is political. Oh yeah, you
I
can
think-
go.
Yeah, gosh. I'll take it. No, but I think extreme feminists, not only are they attacking men, I kind of feel like they attack other women as well.
Women that-
In the sense that,
Men sympathizers.
yeah, that not only that, but like for instance, if we had, because I majored in child development, so it was like mostly women, right? And feminism came up and stuff, and a lot of the women in there really frowned upon other women who were stay-at-home moms and stuff, and didn't pursue a career, but it was their choice. And I personally think that's wrong. As a feminist, you should support all women, even if that woman decides to not pursue a career. Maybe she does want to be a stay-at-home mom. At the end of the day, feminism should just be where women have a right to choose what path they want to go down. You shouldn't frown upon one woman's right to stay at home kind of thing. I don't like that.
See, that's
It's not-
like the idea is that women should have a choice, except unless it's a choice that I don't agree with. Then
Yeah,
you're,
but that's what it is. That's what it's become nowadays.
it's
It's like extreme feminists don't like other women that are like, I'm going to shave my armpits. Because in their eyes, it's like,
You're
you're
weak.
just holding us back. Yeah. And I don't like that. So I think not only are they putting down men, they're also putting down other women, which therefore defeats their whole purpose.
it's silly because it's flawed. Like I said, I saw a thing like there was a push to allow women to be in the draft, and a bunch of feminists was like, "Oh no, this is wrong!" Like, excuse me, you wanted equality. This is what you get.
Yeah, you can't sit there and say you want equality, but then pick and choose what you want to be equal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go into the draft, girl. Sucks for you. Yeah, it's stuff like that. It's silly. It's illogical extreme feminism. If it like normal feminism, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Fight for equal pay, equal wage, whatever. However, it starts to get stupid. Like, I don't know. Then you have like the 8,000 genders. That's interesting. That's a new thing.
8,000
what's a new
genders.
thing?
Oh, we were talking about that, weren't we, recently? About how there's like so many
Oh,
different types
yeah.
of gender thingies now. Like there's so many. And then a lot of them I don't even understand. Not saying it's a bad thing. I just don't understand them.
Well, like the pansexual and all that thing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like pansexual. There's, let me look it up because there's so many.
I'm secretly trying to bait the feminists to come out and get mad at me. So let's continue.
There is androphilia or something. There's non-heterosexual.
So, but not gay.
Pansexual, polysexual, gynephilia.
Whoa.
There's bisexual, and then you have your other ones like, asexual as well. There's a lot.
Like you
Someone's
split in half and
sexual.
become two copies of your original self. Asexual.
But it's all really confusing now. But then
just
I
feel
read
like-
some of them, and they sound like what you like. Some of them already sound like things that are bisexual. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't get it.
I just feel like people get dumber and dumber every year because they have a platform to speak on, which is the internet. So they make up all this crap now.
And then you get self gratification, like I say some stupid shit, but like if someone else agrees with it, that means it's not stupid. In my opinion, is
Yeah.
valid.
What I don't like is the fact that it's fine if all of these things are out there and there's all these other sexual orientations. But I do feel like a lot of people are just kind of picking these categories because it's like the cool thing to do. It's like
Yeah, it's the hip
cool to
thing to
say,
do.
yeah, it's cool to be like, oh, I'm asexual or something. And I think it takes away from the people who are, for instance, asexual and get discriminated against and all of this stuff when people are just throwing it out there because it's like, oh,
think-
it's cool.
I
And they
think
get
too many
made-
people, too many people go into the internet to find places where they belong, rather than just naturally, kind of like. I think they read all that stuff and they're like, "Oh, what one am I?" And then they have to choose one.
Yeah.
You know?
Here's a question. Like, if you're a parent and your kid starts doing, starts exhibiting these qualities, or like doing, like, for thousands of years, it has been known that if a child has a stupid idea, you might tell him it's a stupid idea so that he can be a better adult.
Yeah.
There's a big push for letting children choose their own thing. What do you think about that? Like a boy
Well,
wants to wear a dress.
I just saw
That's
a thing on Twitter one day that annoyed me so much. It was it was some woman that was like, "Oh yeah, why are we calling babies he or she? She hasn't or he it hasn't specified its gender yet." I'm just like, just stop. You're just trying to be stupid and you're
people
seeking
just-
attention.
People just go way too extreme with everything nowadays. That's the problem.
That's the thing. Everyone gets offended by everything. You don't like the game someone else likes, they're gonna be like, "Okay, you're such an asshole. Get out of here."
Oh, here we go. If I don't agree with your ideals, like letting a male son wear a dress, if I don't agree with that, I'm an evil parent. I'm an evil person.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I like because we had when I was a preschool teacher, we had one kid and he was a boy and he had his nails painted, and it was to me it was like I didn't care. Fair enough if his parents want to paint his nails and stuff. Some people were really against it, but other people just accepted it. What I don't like is when parents are so like, oh, I'm gonna make sure my kid is completely gender neutral, blah blah blah, where you kind of start forcing your child
Yeah, it's like
to
brainwashing
have
your
certain
child.
yeah, because if you sit there and you have like a daughter and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna let you play with Barbies because you could play with Legos too, because I'm not gonna force you to be like all these other girls. But what if the girl really wants to play with Barbies? What is wrong with that? There is nothing wrong with it. But nowadays it's like being extreme is cool. It's
or
just
being
like,
normal is frowned upon.
That's
Yeah.
that's the thing. People, there's so many people in the world, and now that we're all connected, they realize that they're not as unique as they thought they were. So they feel like they need to stand out from the others. So I think that's why we're seeing a lot more, basically, people trying to stand out from the rest, because now there's this platform called the internet,
Yeah.
kids,
There you go.
where people can share their stupid opinions that don't matter at all. You're welcome.
silly.
Bring on the hate, bitches.
Yeah.
Boom.
I think I don't care really. Like, you can be weird by yourself. Like what makes me annoyed is when like
That's the thing. If you're okay with yourself being weird, you just don't care, do you?
yeah. What I'm saying, like, I don't care what people do, what they think about their genders. I could care less. But like when a parent tries to instill these ideals in a child, like you're like, it's not like they have the free will. Children are very influenced by their parents and the people they interact with, and
Yeah.
sometimes you want to. In your job is to create a respectable adult, not a free will child, because this person's gonna grow up, and it makes me very sad because at my college I see a lot of dorks. I see a lot of dorks, and all a parent had to say was stand up straight a little bit, or maybe you should wear some nicer clothes. Like, come on. Like, I saw this kid. He's walking. He looks like an idiot. No one told him he looked stupid. He doesn't know he looks like an idiot. Just let him know so he can grow as a person.
so we know how fancy he's gonna be as a parent. You look stupid. Go
No,
change.
not like look stupid, but like, okay, I used to have terrible posture, and my dad's like, why don't you sit up straight? I'm like, I don't want to sit up straight. It's like, do it. And now I have great posture. Thank you, Dad. And I don't look like an idiot. Because at the time, like now as an adult, I thank my dad for not allowing me to have stupid habits. And now I'm not wearing dresses. I'm sorry. Just do what you
Like,
want, but be a good
I don't
parent.
know, like you have little boys, right? That like, let's say they do have a stay-at-home mom, so they spend a lot of time with their mom, and they see their mom walking around in heels and stuff. And they're little. Let's say they're like 2 or 3. Their mom is going to be the person that they get influenced by the most.
They're impressionable.
So yeah, because so what they might do is they might go put on a pair of heels because they want to be like their mom because that's who they're with.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right to be like, no, don't wear them because that's bad.
No,
and
no,
only
okay, no,
girls do
what-
that.
okay.
But you have to find that balance. Like you could just say, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying girls wear heels. But I think some people would be like, oh, but you're teaching your son bad things that only women are blah, 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 blah. But I think if they still want, like if I told my son, I said, only mommy wears heels or something, and he still wanted to do it, I wouldn't force him to stop.
Well,
But
yeah, okay.
yeah, that's kind of where my point is.
Children are curious and they'll wear heels, but I'm saying is like, if your child's like 15, I mean, like, help them not look stupid. I don't know. Like, there should be positive influences. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tricky because now I'm talking publicly about my opinions.
It's
You know
the
what a
point of a
podcast's
podcast.
for.
I just think that like you should try and give your son like standards, like let him be a boy, and then when he's an adult, he can make those decisions later.
Exactly. You should raise him in such a way to keep him open-minded, but you should still like
Give him
try and
a positive
make him
base.
exactly. Because I mean, I see it a lot where parents don't really care what their kids do, and those are the guys that end up working at McDonald's. They just don't really aim towards anything, and they don't have any manners or anything. They're just like assholes.
Oh, here's a good one where it's like a parent's just like, oh, go to college and do what you want to do, and then but you know that's good and all, but if they want to like go to a private college and study the arts, that's fine and dandy, unless you want a job. Sorry, like you should be a realist, you know.
Yeah, I think a parent's job is to be realistic
Grounded.
with your child. Again, if you have a son that wants to wear a dress, I'm not saying necessarily you have to stop him from wearing a dress, but you should also be realistic with them and be like, if you start wearing dresses, people are going to make fun of you. But if you're okay with that, then do what you want.
And I guess
But-
the idea is, oh, we shouldn't make fun of people in dresses, but no, that's not one of.
But then that is how the world works. The world will make fun of you, you know?
You'll be discriminated against at your job socially, and that's just how people are. So you try your
so
best
I
to
think
be.
it's unfair to just be like, oh, do what you want, because people shouldn't judge you for being the way you want, when in reality people will judge you.
People will always find. People are shits. People will judge you regardless. Don't give them bait. You're gonna find that not everyone's nice in this world, and that's what these people think.
I think today we've discovered that you see the world as a very dark place.
I don't see. I see the world as a realistic place. There are good people, but there are mean people, and mean people
Yeah.
are always the loudest. And
They will have the most effect, kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like the girl that broke your heart. She had the most effect on
yeah.
me.
The pain lingers. The phantom pain remains. But
Randy, I'm gonna have to steal Ricky away from you. So we have to go stream.
okay,
It's late. My stream is late because of you.
You're the one here. You're enabling me. All you had to say was, stream over. I'd be like, okay.
Stream's over. Bye, everybody.
Okay, so
That was perfect timing, by the way. 3 hours for my stream. I can finish mine now.
yeah, so thank you all, you wonderful people, for watching this highly taboo, opinionated podcast. If you prefer this over YouTube tips and tricks, please let me know. Leave some suggestions on Twitter. We'll get to those.
He wants you to say yes, by the way.
Yes, this is fun for me.
Opinions are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If boys wear sneakers, I'm sorry. So thank you, Biggs, Zai, and Vadact, for joining the podcast. I hope to see you in the later podcasts. Okay.
Call me.
Yeah, so see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
So stay friends with my friends. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.